Close enough. What's up? How's it going? Yeah, I don't. We'll get to it. Can't hear anything. I'm assuming that said Happy New Year. All I heard was blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Because of the card battle. It's loud. What's up? How's it going? Curve Planet's got a card battle coming up, so let me just call that, get that out of the way. Nah, dude, I don't know what happened, man. I was off for a whole week, right? Card battle. That's already called. Somebody called it. Thank you. What do you mean, bingo? You don't get... God, really? All right, card battle. Equal to or greater than whatever the hell comes up. 16. $18. Nice. Pick a number, any number. Yeah. My ears are jacked up today, so I'm just kind of like... boom, 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 boom. What? Dude, I don't know why. I didn't do nothing. You can't sleep on your ears the wrong way. That's stupid. What's up? How's it going? Happy New Year, everybody. It's the new year. It is. Finally. Was that random singing? It was kind of like a half a sentence. I don't know if that counts. I'll call it. Whatever. It's New Year's. It's the last bingo of the year. What's up?
Evening, Steve. Here's to a 2026 that doesn't hate everyone.
Yeah, I feel like every year hates everybody. I think that's just how life is now. You want me to call drop frames? Go.
Hey, Steve. How are you? Happy New Year.
Doing all right, Steampunk Chick. Thank you. Calling drop frames, because that's what you said. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, wait, hold on. I got a bingo card, too. Boop, 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 boop. That's all right. Got a couple. I got a couple. What's up? No, we got big day today. Big day. Big evening. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just doing this. And then Dawn's going to be streaming at 8. We got game giveaways. Dude, it'll be fun. I need coffee, actually. No, we read up some news. I'm like anxiety driven because YouTube is doing the usual yearly around Christmas time, let's mess with channels kind of crap that they do. So we'll see what happens. What's up? What? If Bingo has cards, does Stream Bounty have paper towels? It should. Is that still a company? Bounty? I don't even know what we buy. What do we normally buy? Is it Bounty? What's the one with the lumberjack on it? That's not the one we get. Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned you stressed you out. Well, it's good to be forearmed, you know? Forewarned?
Here, have a full fresh pot of coffee I just made for you. I put in 36 hours of work in this week, not counting today.
Oh my God. Dude, take a break. My dude.
Hello, Steve, John, and chat. Happy New Year's Eve. How are you today?
Doing all right. Happy New Year. We're live. That's all I could say. We made all sorts of ice cream. Forget about the votes. No, man, I can't turn off the poll now. This is ironic because Dawn tried to get the poll working. I fiddled with it, and now I can't turn it off. They keep saying there's a poll. There ain't no poll.
Brawny.
What's up, Brawny? Oh, that's the lumberjack one. All right. Lumberjack approved. I don't know if he's a lumberjack or just a older Gen X dude with the flannel.
Wait. Did John just tell someone working excessively to take a break? Who the hell are you and where is our normal host?
Oh, no, I'm not taking a break. You got to take a break. What? This is why I'm not in charge of anybody, because I would be that manager who's like, you're coming in, right? There is no vote. There's no vote. I literally told it to turn off like 5 different times and it won't do it. I could create a new poll, but I cannot turn off the one that actually exists. I don't even know what the poll is. It just says vote 1. Look. Streamlabs. Do I have to ban you?
Jim, in a foamy nutshell, do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly. I'm one of those people. Because I said so. That's it.
Exclamation mark vote 3.
Vote 3. Vote 3 to save the world. It says we're voting for pick a thing. I don't know what pick a thing is. I don't have a thing to pick. Well, I do, but you probably don't want to pick at it. The doctor says don't pick at it. I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. Hey, if I fix it, I'll call it a technical issue. No, I got that. I'm looking at it right now. And it's like not even, it's like it doesn't even show one that's active. Like that's what's confusing me here. Poll. All right, where's the poll? Okay, how does a poll that's been going for 7 minutes have 714 votes? This is all broken. This makes no sense to me. Let's see if I can break it. Let's see.
Hello all. How are we doing? On my last break. I have to work 4 hours tomorrow. At least I get 4 days off next week.
Dude, that's something, right? Dude, I'll take it. Ace of Diamonds high. What's up? End stop poll. I don't know. Vote end. I basically told it vote is going on for pick a thing. No, it's not. Oh God. Did this just show up again? This is going to be utter chaos today. No, we're not doing that. Not doing that. I don't even have a thing. My dude. Maybe it's on Twitch's end. Manage poll. It says create new poll. It doesn't say anything about a new one actually being active.
Hey, what better way to end a chaotic 2025 than with a chaotic stream?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. Anybody know off the top of the head how to stop a rogue voting system? I don't know. I literally told it to stop. What else do I do? I said no.
Kill it with fire?
Maybe. I feel like we're going to have to do that. What's that? We got just polls randomly going.
Can you unmod them?
Yeah, but then I don't think I get the alerts. Yeah, so that's a problem.
Okay, yeah, that would be a problem.
So, see, an active poll. Where? How?
Oh, does anyone else see that drain?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Okay.
Go.
Go back to dashboard.
Dashboard.
Go to CloudBot.
CloudBot.
Go to polls.
Right polls. There. Oh, good. I'm glad you did this.
And then go
close poll. All right, die. Thank you. Complete. No, I put complete. I'm killing it. There you go. Thank you. Dawn knew where it was.
Welcome. See, I know how to do things that Dawn don't know how to
yeah,
do.
Dawn Tech helped.
Do you have a bingo for that?
No, but we're on a hype train. Dude, that's good. Nice. Hold on. No, I got to call I'm going to call technical issue because you solved it. You did good.
See, everybody's always saying for me to call John. Call John. Now maybe it should be called Dawn.
That was like a month ago. You just can't let it go. Technical issue's called. All right, hold on. We're on level 3 practice. Thank you.
Make sure you all show up to me at 8 o'clock. I'm giving away stuff.
Yeah, free games.
All aboard like sip.
You got to win them.
And we're going to ring in the new year. We're streaming till midnight. We're going to see the ball drop.
Oh, okay. Not only are we streaming till midnight, I have made... Go.
Hey, Dawn.
People say hi. Oh, Steampunk Chick. We, in our infinite wisdom, decided to make everything bagel ice cream.
Oh, no. Okay, people, time to rock this train.
There you go. Everything bagel ice cream. We got the Ninja Creamy for Christmas, and the first thing I said is everything bagel ice cream. I'm not even lying. Tiffany Termite gifted a bunch of subs. All right, that calls for Blood Rain. Boom. So I shall call that. And then I'll call it while the hype train happens. My hands are here. Really? All right. Yes, next up, hype. Why did it go all black like that? Crazy. All right. Timmy the Termite won. Nice.
Yay
That was
for
quick.
bagel ice cream. How did it turn out?
I don't know. We're going to test it on stream. We actually have to mix it, and it's literally hasn't been in there for 24 hours yet, but I did it, so we'll probably test it around 10 o'clock.
Jiggle physics doing their thing.
I don't know. I have no control over them. I do, but I don't know how. That's the problem. We haven't learned that yet. I know it's simple for everybody else, but we're just getting into it. No, I was on the way. All right, Timmy, you're going to be here? You can wait, what, a hype train till we reach the station? I mean, I could roll and send you the link if you got something to do. You've been working for like 7,000 hours.
Hype train bits. Hello, right. Steve.
Cool. What's up? Thank you. Haint subscribe. Wolf. No, thank you. Tinkersmith, thank you. They ain't 19 moons. Thank you. No, I'm a little distracted. God. No, we literally put cream cheese in it. 75 years. Who's calling stuff? You're awesome.
Hype train bits for Steve.
Thank you, Icarus. I appreciate. Thank you. Dude, we made this ice cream. We've made probably about 12 different ice creams since we got this thing. All right. We had a lemon lime custard, which was amazing. We had a maple vanilla. They won. Nice. What's up, Wolfnick? Gifted a bunch of subs. Dream Theater got one. Yes. Virgil got one. Miss One got one. Charlie Murda. They never made a sequel to that game. That game was awesome, dude. Ground Zero also got one. Thank you, Wolfnick.
Hola, Steve Cooney. How has my cute little vamp made been? Jim, happy heart, it's been too long. Jim, love.
Gassy. What's up, Random? How you doing? Happy New Year. Everybody, Happy New Year. What's up? Hope you're doing well on this New Year's Eve. Yeah, if you are going out later, just don't go out later. If I've learned anything from everybody else on the planet is don't go out. That's what you do. Did I do a silly voice yet? I don't think so. Don one. What are you doing? Last of my bezels bucks. There you go. We'll just take it until things re-up. Thank you. Fairland won. Nice.
I know the guy who made Charlie Murder. I see him about twice a year. We started as IRC buddies. Got his book about writing Xbox games and he signed it.
Nice. Tell him to make a sequel. What? The soundtrack to that was awesome too. Killer Bee, 21 moons. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dude, the soundtrack to that was cool. A little super punky stuff. I got one on my playlist that I go back to every so often. I'm like, damn, that was a good song. Go.
I am not leaving the house. I was driving this afternoon and dodging wrecks on the interstate. And it wasn't even dinner time yet.
Yeah, people start early on New Year's Eve and St. Patrick's Day. Those are the two days where it's like, I'm just not going to be on the road. And then it's like up until about 11 a.m. the next day, too. Yeah, because those people just get up and they're kind of groggy and they're like, hungover and they're driving home, that kind of thing. Yeah, not great. Went out early and was awful. Cars and people everywhere. Yeah, society. But who needs that crap? It's tedious. It's absolutely tedious. Thank you. All right, let me get some coffee before my face implodes. I've had a lot of coffee and I'm a little jittery, so we'll see what this do. All right, fingers crossed. It could keep me awake. I don't know. Zombie.
Hi, Dawn, John, and chat.
Buccaneer Squirrel, thank you. This coffee is not bad, but I put a little bit too much agave in it. There's so much agave in that. It was like one of those things when you go to pour it in there, and it's like the...
It's not always about pizza, but it should be. Because we need the bread and cheese for our tummies.
I wonder if I have that.
About pizza. Then tell me.
I am dog sitting for a friend. We will see how the pups do with the fireworks, but making a marinade chicken and mushrooms.
Pizza.
That's pretty good. I'll see it's not always about pizza and music it. Okay. But this is why I love AI. It's fun.
I have before refilling. Happy New Year to Jim and chat.
Happy New Year's on, Lord. What's up?
Oh, I love that.
See? You take those weird little things, man. You can turn it into a song. Let's go. Thank you and thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Dude, who's doing what? Dude, it's New Year's. We got, what, a couple of minutes, seconds? We got 40 seconds. No, we still got to do the wheel spin. No. But like New Year's Eve, a lot of people do stuff. Civilized people do not.
Hype train ticket bits.
Hype train ticket bits. DJ Z, thank you. That put us over the edge? Almost. No, so I mean, if you're not going to be around here, but dude, game giveaways, love game giveaways.
Is that song on one of the IG albums?
It will be when it's out, which is, I don't even know what the date is for that. Farrelland gifted a bunch of subs. Rat Mouse got one. OS Devin got one. Romeo got one. Chi-Town got one. And Rashuko. Nice. They all got, thank you. We're on level 7. Yes. Level 7. It's a good number. It's better than 6. Oh, boo, 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 boo. How much do I love pizza? I'm definitely, at like 8 out of 10. Depends on the pizza. I've had awful, 1-star pizza. Yeah. Oddly enough, the more cheese they put on it, the worse the pizza is. I find that surprising, but it's almost a rule of thumb.
Do it now. Do it now. Or taste my squirrely wrath. I do have squirrely wrath, you know. It's one of our hidden nature things.
Hidden nature thing. Thank you. I'm at 11. Go.
I'm just glad I didn't miss it. I thought I knew all the albums and then you played that song.
Oh no, we got oh my god. I'm gonna have to math it. 8 plus 6. Somebody do math here. 8 plus 6 plus, you know what, let me just pull this up. What the hell album is out now? What is it, 4? Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, we have 27 albums we haven't released yet. I'm not even joking about that. And for people who are like, what are you, nuts? We have 25 years of lyrics that we've not done anything with. Yeah. Like if you don't count the Squirrel songs, that you knock like 6 albums out of that. So it's all right. But still, I mean, we've been prolific. It's just we never had a band. So now we're just like, oh, dude, we got a band, So it's a lot of music, dude. You have no idea how much time it takes to make all this crap. Happy New Year's Eve. What's up? OS, what's up? Happy New Year's. Go.
I can't wait for more music.
Well, you're probably going to have an album every month for the next 2.5 years. So, something to look forward to, question mark? I don't know. What are you, nuts? Yes. Pepperoni just plain cheese for me. It's so weird. Every time I go to look at a pizza place now, they have like everything but plain and pepperoni.
I'm chewing on the surface because data is crunchy. And it always tastes delicious when I plug myself into the outlet.
I'll see that.
Make them gold, then sell for 1M special edition.
Okay. Oh, good. What? I missed the last one. I'm sorry. I got distracted by music. Let me replay it. Where is it? I didn't hear it. My ears didn't hear it. Oh God, I'm not even in the right window now because of that stupid poll. There we go, spider.
Make them gold then sell for 1M special edition.
What? Gold? Gold. How do you get gold? I don't even know where to get gold. I'd have to like steal somebody's jewelry or go to a pawn shop and pay gross amounts of money for it. Boop, 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 boop. That's happening. No. Yo, pepperoni regular slices are like a rarity now. I can find everything else. I saw my eggplant. I got the lettuce. There was what's that stupid one that has the garbage on it that looks dumb? Something with some kind of white sauce. Go.
So, Steve Coon, baby doll, can you open Pokemon packs right now or do I have to wait until Dawn's stream later? Just asking.
Either or. We can probably do them on Dawn's, but not here. What? They have bars of gold there?
I love gold.
They have bars of gold at Costco? Hey, thank you. I love gold. We'll probably have to do them on Dawn's stream. Dawn, make time for opening packs. I can't do them here because the only camera's on my face right now. You know? And it's not like legit camera it's being used. If I turn on another one, it goes to hell. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even... Costco has bars of gold? How come the place isn't being robbed every 5 minutes? Like, all right, hype chest is on the way. We did it. And then we got to do the wheel spin. Oh, God. I don't even know what hype train is going to be happening. Could you just show me what emotes I got? My God. Why is this taking so long? I've collected all the level 6 emotes. So I don't get any?
Bet. Chomp chomp.
Bits. Thank you. All right, well, hype train is over. Apparently, they don't give us anything. What? But you're giving us our support, and that's... Let's do the wheel spin. Oh, it's the bouncy one. I feel like some people are actually thirsty right now. All right, Timmy, there we go. We got to do the wheel spin. You know the spiel, something from the itch.io shop. I have no idea what it's going to be. Let's go.
What's the deal? Let's spin the wheel. Cause you want bingo, let's go. Spin that freaking wheel. Spin that freaking wheel.
All right, spinning the freaking wheel. Let's see what we got. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Could be a comic, could be a thing. I don't know. We'll see what's on. Yeah, bear. Wow, that was a long spin. Brr. Trunk or treat single. Trunk or treat. Dude, it's always Halloween here, isn't it? Holy crap. Dude, trunk or treat single. Let's go. If it's something you already have, feel free to give it to somebody who may not have it. As soon as I get that link. Trunk or treat. Bump, 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 bump. I didn't think that one was still on there. I guess it is. Dun, dun, dun. Trunk or treat. Old school Halloween. All right, creating a download key. Boop, boop, boop. All right, clicking on you there. Gonna send you a whisper. And boom. Yeah, confirmed. I have it. If you have it, just send a link to somebody who may want it if they need a song about trunk or treat.
Hello, Steve and chat. Happy New Year's Eve. You staying until the countdown?
I'm not, but we're going to be going over to Dawn's, and they're going to be staying on till the countdown. And then, you know, you can be playing marbles on stream. Probably going to open up some Pokemon cards. What? Got to do it now. All right, maybe I can Alt-Tab out of everything that's been open here. Oh, my God, there's so many of them. Wheel spin. Get. Okay, got that, got that, got that. There is a lot of multitasking here. I don't like it. Oh, God, I forgot to check my card. Just, still not close. Son of a... Bobcat. I'm not sure which one of this. There he is. Okay. EST. EST? What do you mean it's already midnight? Banana Cat. Oh. Get back on the wall. What? It's midnight. Where are you, in Japan? You in the UK? You in Canada? No, it wouldn't even be in midnight Canada. 10G used. True. What's up? Countdown on your side of the world. Isn't that weird? Everybody thinks that where the time is where it's supposed to be everywhere else. Like everybody in New York is like, why is California so far behind? You know? Why is it so big? Because we're in the Big Apple. Get on the wall. But, it's already midnight. Yeah, where is it? So you're living in the future. Japan's living in the future. Steve makes a bad pun. Oh, yeah, Big Apple. Yeah. Sometimes it just happens, and I don't understand. 300 bits. And no note. Shreddy Paws, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Europe is already in 2026. How's it looking? How's it looking so far? No, man. It's a little dark, and I can't really see in front of me because it's like 3 a.m. Oh, well, you know, when the daylight comes up, let me know if the city's burning. I joke with a friend of mine every year that he's in my future is his past because he's 10 hours ahead of me. That's pretty good. There you go. And it's loud. What's loud? That's vague. Partners out in Western Australia. She says 2026 is full of wildfires. Why is everything burning all the time? Canada, Australia. Can we stop? California? Everything's on fire. There's always a fire. Yeah, how are you getting wildfires? Well, no, it's actually weather's kind of reversed over there, right? So it's kind of like summery over there, right? We get the winter, they get the summer, and then when we're having summer, it's like 12 degrees there. Yeah. You can literally buy gold as jeweler supply situation from special stores like Rio Grande Jewelry Supply. Really? I didn't think it was just accessible to go out and buy. Unless you're getting it in jewelry form, you know? Started with someone crashing into a power pole, and then the fires got worse because it started exploding old World War II ordinances. Oh, that's what you want to do. Hey, it's the dry season. You want to finally get rid of these old World War II ordinances? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's blow them up in the middle of the dry brush. What the hell? See, I can only expect so much from a continent that lost to emus, okay? Ah, God. Look it up. It was actually a thing. Or was it kangaroos? I forget what they lost to. They lost to something. Ah, geez, I just got coffee on me. Ah. It's all right. I'll survive. I'll survive. May have to qualify for wholesale by providing business deals, but you can get small quantities at Michael's craft stores or on Amazon or Etsy. Really? So I can say I'm a business because that's what I file as, you know? Even though our accountant laughs about that. They're like, you're still doing this? I'm like, yeah, I'm still doing it. Don't underestimate the emos. Yeah, apparently they're very vicious. Yeah. What are gold and silver used for besides jewelry? Resale? I always remember seeing those gold commercials where buy now, invest in gold now. It only goes up in value. Yeah, but when I see it at like 12 years old, I don't have the $300 to buy a gold bar or something, whatever the hell it was. Electronic guys. Yeah, to use gold and, stuff. Gold and silver are used for industry purposes, especially in electronics. There you go. Gold is a good semiconductor, so it's used in electronics. Don't we have anything better than gold that we can use as a semiconductor? At a certain point, we'll just be able to use the air around us. I don't know when. Recycled circuit boards for gold and silver recovery. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of it over there. You got to pick it out and stuff. Lithium. The Nirvana song? Gold is great because it does not tarnish. Yeah, but it's weird because they usually make... I've seen people with gold teeth, to get like a gold cap, and they usually have to do that with larger teeth. But then they got to mix it with, I think, nickel. So then it still looks gold, though. Now she can be all crunked up, but I don't know. Gold is a very soft metal. Silver is the best conductor. Then why the hell do we need gold? We got a card battle. Oh, God, have I been on for that long already? All right, card battle. Oh, it's Devin. You gotta roll. You gotta roll. Equal to or greater than? 14. 11. That's not even a winning number. Oh, speaking of winning numbers, you're not going to believe this. We won the lotto. It was $14, but we won. $14. That's like a jackpot. Are you kidding me? $14. I know. I mean, lotto was $5, so technically we made like $9, but you know, it's something, I guess. I was super excited when I scanned a ticket and it was like, "You're a winner," and I'm like, "Holy $14!" Okay. Yeah, I made a profit, but then I bought a bunch of avocados, so now I'm in the red. They were 88 cents each. You know, I was like, "Ooh, avocados, they're on sale." Yeah.
That's like 1.5 cups of coffee from Starbucks.
Yeah, that's why I went with the avocados. All right. Now, avocados, you get that many avocados, dude, that's like meals upon meals. Put it on some bread. Good. You can use that to buy 2 more lines, right? Just reinvest. Every once in a while, when we win like $1 or $2, we literally go back up there and we're like, we're going to reinvest. And some people laugh and some people are like, "All right, do you want them on separate tickets?" I'm like, "Oh, all right. You humorless schmuck." Okay. But the last time when we won the $14, they were like, "Oh, do you want other tickets?" I'm like, no. I'm buying avocados. Guacamole for everybody. At least they got a chuckle out of it. But I have the coffee and the stuff for Dawn, but I have misplaced the box I was building, so I have to find it. No, it'll be all right. Do. Gold series usually go up in value. It's like buying a stock. Also go to the great semiconductor, especially gold, platinum alloy. So okay, now if somebody has a gold filling, can they conduct more electricity? Hypothetically, they're walking around, they developed a static charge. Is it going to be more staticky? Did it get more voltage out of somebody with gold teeth? Yeah. There's been research into using carbon nanotubes and graphene for electronics would make devices more affordable. Ha! Nobody wants more affordable, especially Apple. Eventually, we're going to have to get a phone, and I'm going to have to take out a loan for it because it's utterly stupid how much they cost. Blessed New Year. What's up, Psychopath? Thick. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. But not yet. Unless you're in a place that's already 2026. Then Happy New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. Depending on whether or not Zeus has a beef with them. Right. There are rumors that Lucille Ball picked up radio signals on her bridge work, but I think it was debunked. Yeah, I don't think you could do that. That was like that rumor that went around. Oh, yeah, I can get radio signals on my fillings. You know, that kind of thing. I don't think that's possible. Do not get tased in the face if you have a grill. Well, my whole goal in life is to not get tased at all. If a cop says get down on the ground, I'm not going to be like, for what? For what? Why? What did I do? Just get down on the ground. It's not going to be a big deal. You didn't do anything. Might want to get that phone now. RAM prices are going to increase. It's already high cost. Yeah, I'm pretty much screwed. Good. Gold teeth can cause galvanism, but it's only a light tingling. Oh. So you get tingle mouth. Nice. Getting radio signals from filling sounds painful. Just imagine. I mean, just as long as it's not like some old radio stuff. Dude, if I was getting Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell on my molar, that would be hilarious. From the Kingdom of Night. Oh man, dude, Art Bell's in my head. Yeah. But and then you can like call them up and then you get the feedback and be like, "Sir, you got to turn down your radio." No, that's in my mouth, Art. Stuff.com has been like telling Dawn about for when you want a newer phone and buying from them for a while. Nice. Write it down. I have this weird thing about phones. Like, I don't want somebody else's phone because I don't know what they've been doing with it. It bothers me. It's kind of like getting used hard drives. It's like, what was on here? You know? Because then I got to boot and nuke everything. I've been getting so annoyed at my shows lately. They're like, why do you always give the bad guy like a mile to run? Cops a mile away. Police freeze, don't run. Guy runs. Right? Swear we had lunch ladies like that. Honestly, I think Lucy went on Carson completely crunk.
I mean cell phone.
What? Well, it depends on where they carry it, I guess. Ugh, gross. What else does AM radio have now besides talk shows? I don't even know. I don't have radio. I have not listened to AM or FM radio probably in years. Unless I'm at the dentist office, then they have it on in the background. Yeah. Random gifted a sub to Shadav. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Shadav's not only a sub, but also a mod. The power. Definitely been like for 3 decades. I feel like that's all they had. Except for, I think Disney had a radio station, right? It was like Radio Disney. Shenanigans. Thank you. What? Shenanigans are fun. All right, where to leave off? I missed a bunch of checks as we were talking. Such a long keeps getting smaller. Carbon nanotubes become more viable. Yeah, but eventually, the phone is going to be so small you're going to swallow it. You know? No, I don't want a phone the size of a chiclet. I'd be like, hello? Hello? You know, it's ridiculous. They should just put everything in glasses at this point. Yeah? Because that's going to be the next thing. Something has to replace the phone. You know, eventually.
Nothing says, stay away from my precious factory than a fully loaded magazine of ammunition.
There you go. But sometimes it's the only hint people take. Thank you. I just used Pandora or one of my YouTube playlists I made now. I have not listened to FM since it was like the mid to late 2000s when I was in high school. Yeah, it's kind of like what's on the radio. It's like you can just get everything anywhere, you know, at this point. Who wants to deal with commercials, too? God. Narrowlink replace cell phones. Narrowlink? What the hell's Narrowlink? Unless you mean Neuralink. Neuralink? I feel like that is going to be difficult to get people to do. You can't even get people to get self-driving cars because they're like, I don't want people control over it. Imagine putting something in their brain. Hey, you want Neuralink? You'll never have to have a cell phone again. You can just have everything you want right in your brain. No. Even I'd be skeptical, and I love self-driving cars. FM radio today? Really? They played that on the radio? Remember when that was edgy? Now it's considered like, yeah, what are you going to do? I think he meant Neuralink, and no, it won't. That's invasive. We can't get people to afford the dentist. Yeah. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Everything should just be cheap. I want a flip phone back again, man. I need something that works really well, like a good smartphone, but I need small stuff so I don't drop it or throw it on spasm. I'm trying to think. There is a company that made a flip phone. It's got a screen and everything. Doesn't was it Samsung? They have a Galaxy that's technically a flip phone. It go flippy. If flippy do. I think they did, but they're expensive. Yeah. I keep throwing my mid tray. That's what I would do. Are you doing anything like your table flipping it? You're like, get out of here. Borked firmware updates. Oh, good. Yeah, I don't like firmware updates. Every time my phone's like, yeah, we got a firmware update. I'm like, oh, God. Dude, Apple phones take the longest, especially the older the phone. I'm like sitting there. I'm like, if I had an emergency, I'd be dead because, oh, sorry, I got to hold on. Stare at the Apple logo for about 28 minutes. Oh, my God. What the hell are you doing? And it's like, oh, small improvements, which are no improvements whatsoever, and security updates. For what? You know, I'm like, every time they do an update, it's like, oh, remember that thing that was over there that you used all the time that you now have muscle memory for? Well, we changed that. And now that's over here and down over there. And you have to do this, 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 and this to get it to work. Pretty cool feature, right? No, I function on muscle memory. You screw me like that, I'm going to hate you for the rest of my life. Don't forget your battery drains slightly faster. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Yeah, for you, because now I got to replace the battery every 17 minutes. God. It's intentional to get you to buy a new phone. Like, dude, we had a flip phone for the longest time. Never needed an update. The battery was freaking nuts how well that worked. And yeah, it was an old piece of crap, but I didn't have to worry about any of that. Now it's like, oh, these things. And then even if hypothetically, it didn't slow down your phone with all these firmware updates and stuff like that. You know, the app developers just keep moving on to the next OS, and then they don't support the old ones. And then the app that you used all the time, it stops getting updates. And then you got to hope they maintain the legacy version. Yeah. Oh, God. You can beat people to death with some of those flip phones. Yep. Now I can go into 2026 with a smile on my face. I've seen 3 cats taped up. Yeah, well. They got unruly. It's a very fancy restaurant. Go. Blanco. So, thank you. They won. And also, I just hit my face. Hits Mike with face. It got a little too close. Boop. All right, be edgy with a motor razor. Joking about cutting. The phone for emos. That was actually a really cool, sleek looking phone. I knew somebody who had that. I was a little jealous. Yeah. Not Ex-Mariner. Icarus Mariner. Oh, my words. Hey, does that messed up somebody's name? Here we go. Wow, we got so many Mariners here. There you go. Mispronounced somebody's name. That was very mispronounced. It's a completely different person. What's up? Blood Angel 1, what's up? Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Words are hard. Words are astoundingly hard. Difficult even. Still had no key in my bedstand. It was still at like 90% charge. Why are the batteries now so terrible? Dude, I played, what was it, Genshin Impact for a half hour. My battery was at like 34%. I'm like, I wasn't doing like a 12-hour quest line. I popped in and I told people to go do stuff. And I talked to the lady over there, just like, okay, here, and these things are new. Okay, I'm not playing any of those. Don't care. Close the app, 34%. What the hell? Hey, Matt, what's up? Happy New Year's. Staying inside since the driving is insane. Yeah. I can't imagine how bad the driving is. Dude, on a regular Tuesday, it's bad, let alone on a freaking New Year's Eve. That's why I have an Anchor charger. Yeah, we got one, but we God, I'm actually agitated about this because we had a really good one, then it got recalled, but they replaced it, and then when they replaced it with, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. The one I had this thing for like 10 years, it was so good. Yeah.
Finally off work.
Hey.
Had to go to the store and try to get ham hocks for black-eyed peas, but all they had were turkey necks. Then had to behind someone going 10 in a 45 on the way back home.
Yeah, people will do that. Probably drunk already. Just get home and stay there forever. Thank you. Be safe. I'm sure the battery life just has to do with how much power it takes for internet data. Really? That's weird. I wonder if I just leave it idle and don't touch it. See what happens. And I keep it in power saving mode all the time too, because I know the battery's going on that. What's up, Black Dog? Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what the coffee's doing. Bum, bum, bum. Processor probably sucks it down. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, every time like a mobile game gets an update, they kind of push it a little bit more because I notice it's getting slightly stuttery. You know, it's like a cutscene happens, and it's like, and I'm like, oh God. What are you gonna do? Let me get coffee. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. I guess that's spicy. There's butt. Does that count? We'll call it. Boop. I say that helped me? Yeah, kind of. All right. Oh, we know how to replace an iPod battery. Yeah. This is why we got an iPod with half a terabyte of memory, even though we can't use it. I had all these extra SD cards, and I put them in there, and I'm like, I could do this. Just looks cool. Look at all that space. Oh, what am I going to do? Yeah. The newer phones are a little bit trickier to take apart. Old iPods are just like crack, 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 crack. You open it up and it's like, take this out. It's like literally 10 minutes. Now it's like, eh. And it gets seriously bent out of shape. You always get those little warnings of like, you put something in here that isn't Apple approved. Where'd you get this battery? It wasn't at the Apple store. Warning. Warning. I'm like, oh, come on. Let me just write to repair, bro. Not here. I need 100 peeps. Want the marshmallows? That's a lot. That's a lot of calories right there. 120 gig of classic, but the battery doesn't last long enough to even listen to an entire episode of, really? Huh. There's a country music podcast. Really? I know, iFixit. There's literally iFixit to get all the parts. It's like, boop, 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 boop. It'll take you a little bit of time, but, it's like, battery costs like, what, $15? Don't make me go back to CDs. You tell Apple didn't approve to keep existing, right? They're still using a device we're trying to make obsolete. Get them. Yeah. I despise those people. Fine, I'll deal with them. Yeah. Chronicles High. People are going crazy for SSDs, so they're going up in price. It sucks. I only have a 24 terabyte out of 32 terabyte. I was going to get. Yeah, SSDs. It's like, remember when they came on the market and they finally started getting cheap? And everyone was like, cool, we could just get SSD. And now it's like, oh, yeah, guess what? Everything's expensive now. It's absolutely ridiculous. I was lucky to get a 4 terabyte SSD for like, I think it was like $170. It was some ungodly crazy thing. And it was like crucial too. And I was like, yes, give me this. And I use that for basically all the video and all that other garbage and stuff that I got to do. That was it. Like, if I knew the prices were going to go up, I have no idea how much they are now, but I would, whatever. I wouldn't have had the capital to buy a bunch of them anyway. I never thought buying a bunch of RAM would actually accrue in value. Like, it didn't even make any sense to me. Like, because every time you buy RAM, the first thing that happens is like, it's like a car. You drive it off the lot and it goes down in price. Ridiculous. It'll backfire to Zune. Build like a prick. Okay. Still have my old Rio MP3 player that just used a single AA battery. Yep. We have a AGP Tech one whose interface is atrocious, but it uses a AAA battery. You just put it in there and it's like, boop. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, it still works. But oddly enough, we've tried all the iPod knockoffs and stuff like that. And damn it, it's like the iPod is still a really good device for listening to digital music. And I mean, I know why they discontinued it because, it's all on the phone now, but it's still, there's something quaint about the little spinny wheel. I avoided getting a new phone for 6 months, even though mine was on a test bed. Solely because registering a new phone with my IT department at work is a royal pain. Got a new Galaxy the other day, and it took most of the day for them to clear it. Wow. I gotta have to send it back to the factory to get replaced is asinine. It is. Because now I'm out of a phone for however long it takes. Yeah, phones are super important. Like, people's livelihoods depend on them, especially if you got to do all the two-factor stuff. People might do banking on it, all that kind of stuff, you know? And some places, like if you do two-factor for everything, they're like, well, how else are we going to send it to you? Maybe they'll offer you to send it via email, but sometimes they don't, you know? And then you're just like, well, okay, I guess I'm not looking at Facebook for next 2 to 4 weeks, which might be a good thing, but I got a 4 terabyte Samsung SSD for my main PC and 2 Acer ones for my second PC. Then the Acer ones would actually sell out before my next payment. So I'm down 2 4 terabyte SSDs. No. I hate this. You know, it's just because everybody needs this stuff now to generate AI. You know, so all these, like Crucial stopped making it for consumers, and they're just directing all their RAM to just large corporations who have nuclear reactors to keep AI running, so we can get jiggly versions of Pokemon on X. Like, it's ridiculous. Hey, all the jiggle we have here, we do on our own computer without AI. But the cards, they're AI though, but you know. I thought it's nice to take a break from your phone. Yeah, it is. Pay the extra to get my phone fixed in a few hours at the mall phone repair place. Costs more, but I need my phone to work. Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't run on hopes and dreams. Yeah. We got an ad running, but we're just going to talk through it. So, yeah. Also because NVIDIA didn't want the bubble to break, right? Can't have the bubble break, bro. Don't forget using ChatGPT to manipulate people into buying. Bleep. They don't need. It's odd. I generally don't use ChatGPT, but there's a funny story. Funny story. Dawn was trying to do some back-end work for the stream to make it fun, right? So it required some coding and stuff, and she was using the streamer.bot app. So it's a super powerful if you're a streamer. It gives you all these weird little things. I don't use it. Like, because I'm not doing anything that technical, but Dawn decided to do something. And, you know, she's following along with AI. Apparently, AI's information was a little outdated with this program that Dawn was trying to use. And, Dawn, you know, she's like, oh, well, okay, that option isn't here. And they're like, no, it's there. And this was going back and forth. And then all of a sudden I hear Dawn, like, really agitated with the AI, and the AI is talking back to her in caps. You don't do that. That's like yelling. The robot was yelling at Dawn. It's right there, it said. And I'm like, all right, hold on. I had to do the guy thing and go in there and kind of break it up. I'm like, all right, let me talk to this thing. So I'm like, blah, blah, blah. So, because again, I've not used the program, so I'm like brute forcing it, right? So I explain, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. This is what we see. Da, 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 da. Oh, the AI says, oh, you have a different version. I'm like, okay, this is the version that I'm using. Boop. Oh, all right. Go.
The AI uprising begins.
Right? So then, thank you. Then it's like, okay, well, the option that you're looking for now is going to be here. And I'm like, no, it isn't. Because it's not. And then they're like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, no, it's not. Then it's like, what you should see, all caps, is this. And I'm like, my vision is good. You don't need all caps. Thanks. If my hearing was bad, then you'd be like yelling at me right now, and that wouldn't be good either. I'm going back and forth with this thing, and it's showing me it literally brings up pictures at this point, because it is so frustrated with us because we're not getting what it's saying. It's like, here's the menu. This is where it's going to be. Then over there, right there. I'm like, the interface doesn't look anything like that. Oh, I guess you're using fill in a blank, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm using this version. And then it repeats what it says in caps. Well, then it should be here, caps. I'm like, you don't know your information. I literally said, your information is old and you have no idea what you're talking about. It's right there, it says. And I'm going back and forth with this thing now. Dawn threw up her hand. She's like, I'm getting lunch. You deal with this, bitch. And I'm just like, yo, It was absolutely astounding how much it was like, it was so sure of itself, you know, and I, as the human, should just be like, well, I don't know, I guess I'm the idiot. No, I'm not the idiot. It's not there. You have old information. Yeah. I think Dawn took it personally. Yeah. So she's just like, I'm not talking to that bitch ever again. I think she changed the voice after it. It's like, I'm not dealing with Meadow anymore. I want Bill or Frank or whoever it was. It kept telling me I was looking in the wrong place. I know. And that place wasn't there. It didn't exist. Yeah. It's not smart. And here's the thing. I mean, I get it. It's sure of the information it has, even though it's outdated. It's kind of like somebody on X, you know, whose information is just so stupid that they don't realize it's stupid and out of date. But that's what they know, so they're right. All caps, you know, that kind of thing. So it did not want to just admit that the information it had may have been flawed. It was us. It was our fault. So I've been led astray when asking where I could find a key in a Vowed game. Yeah, because probably the information wasn't up to date. Or they pulled it off of Reddit. Always have the caveat, and Reddit could be good for some things, but if you're looking up something important, Reddit should be the last place you look. Because it could take a troll comment and just be like, yeah, the key is underneath the grass in this level that doesn't exist. You know, and the robot will be like, oh, yeah, well, apparently, according to Reddit user, I'm making this up as I go along, jerks. Says that it's right here. You know, here's the tutorial. And they give you a video, and it's this 20-minute long tutorial about them going along, something falling through a map, and then at the end, they give you the middle finger. You know, one of those things. It's utterly stupid. I corrected it. It's like, oh, yeah, my bad. That's the other thing. You can correct it, but I feel like it doesn't want to admit it, you know? We did that when we updated our website to be more, I guess, modern, compliant. We had to go back and forth so many times because I'm like, what you're telling me to do is messing this up. And this, if you do this, it messes this up. And to be fair, that was my fault because I was literally trying to do something I'm not supposed to do with a website in current coding context. But I did it. Let me get coffee. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I turned that off because of somebody's spoiled stuff. Really? Oh, man. I am going to do that. Okay, because here's the thing. We saw, hey, TechSite ain't one. Nice. Happy New Year. We got bored. We sat through a Marvel movie, and we're so far behind. The last one we saw was like Immortals or Eternals, whatever the fuck that garbage was. So we saw The Marvels, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It was just there. There were some funny parts. And I'm really getting to that point where I'm just gonna be like, AI, just give me the synopsis of this movie. Because I don't give a flying crap what happens. Like, or I got to find a YouTube video. It's like, everything you need to know about this stupid movie you don't want to waste 2 hours with. Yeah. I wanted to see Wakanda Forever, but that's literally the runtime. It's like 3 hours long. If I'm going to waste 3 hours, I'm going back to Lord of the Rings. Okay. Frodo. Yeah, I'd go back and watch that. I'm not going to watch people bickering over a sea guy who's being an ass. What the hell's his name? Namor? I just looked at him as Water Spock from the comics because that's what he looks like. He looks like Spock. Leonard Nimoy got thrown in the water and somebody put like little floaty things on his ankles. Like, what the hell, dude? I don't care about it at this point. Besides, it'll be sad because the Chadwick guy died. And they're going to make a whole thing about it. You know, don't want to be sad. Happy New Year. What's up? Lunar Eclipse. Hi. That says made up submarine might be entertaining. Yeah. Namor, the Submariner. Like, what am I going to do with that? I like Namor from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That was a good version of him. Yeah, he was all like, I got a giant boat. And I'm like, okay, cool. He's got a little sword. I haven't watched one of the Marvel movies since Spider-Man Far From Home. Yeah. No Way Home I would actually recommend. That was good. I'll probably watch the next Spider-Man. I kind of want to see the Doomsday ones whenever they make it to streaming. I'm literally trying not to cover it for everybody because people are leaking so much crap already. I'm like, oh my God, dude. This movie's not coming out till 2026 and everybody knows what happens. Yeah. Your ones are getting better, but films are limited. What? Card battle. Random. That was Nemo? Was it Nemo? All right. Haven't seen that movie in a while either. I like the vampire lady, though. She was cool. All right, random. You got to roll equal to or better. 14. Card battle. I think we can call it spicy, right? Is that spicy? I call it. Yeah, I call spicy. Hey, I got bingo. Nice. That's what I was waiting for. Spicy gave me the letter T. Nice. 11. No. That's not a number you win with. No. It happens. You tried. The ghost thinks it's spicy. Oh, I wasn't looking at the ghosts. I forgot there were ghosts even in that card. Let's see. Thank you. Hey, to see people winning. See, even though you may not have won, you got the spicy out of that. So, what's up? Don's here.
You want some ramen and chicken?
I don't want ramen and chicken because I got my everything bagel cream cheese ice cream I got to eat later.
That's a mouthful.
Apparently. Yeah. There you go. Don is making ramen with the leftover chicken we got. What? Dude, every time we got a rotisserie chicken, it was on sale. She picked off every little piece of edible, everything off of that. I don't eat a lot of chicken. So happy you're streaming to distract us from the noise. The noise. We're kind of noisy, though. But I won last time, so whatever. I know, but still, you got one out of it because it was spicy. Yeah. Gotta love a good distraction. I do like good distractions. Good distractions. Now, speaking of which, so we got the, God, what was the other ice creams we made? Yo, cottage cheese ice cream is surprisingly good. We made a vanilla maple one, but we jacked that up with some vanilla yogurt and a bunch of cottage cheese. And it had a very good cheesecakey consistency. Who knew? But look, that's extra protein, you know? Very little fat, very little salt. You know, the yogurt is fat-free, sugar-free. You know? Bro. There you go. And you put some maple extract in there. Oof, it's good. It's Happy New Year right now. I don't know. Are you happy? We are moving towards a new year. Could be good. Could be bad. We don't know. It's a mystery. But I got to get some water because I got to stay hydrated. Got to stay hydrated, right? Is that... Okay, there it is. I'm like, I'm pressing the wrong button like all day. What?
So to put the chicken, I'm trying to put the chicken in the ramen noodles.
You're trying to put the chicken in the ramen noodles?
It's cold chicken.
That's going to be really difficult.
It's cold chicken.
Heat it up.
Should I microwave the chicken
first?
first?
No. You do not microwave chicken. It becomes out, it's meaty bubble gum then. Okay. Here's what you do, right? You get the little pan, you put a little of the oil on there, you cook it up.
Cook it all separately? I was going to just dump it in with the noodles.
Why do you hate yourself?
Because that's what I do.
No, that's stupid. No, don't do that. No, what are you going to do? Boil the chicken?
Yeah.
No, don't boil chicken. No, man. I've lived in places where people boil chicken. The whole place smells. No, don't boil chicken. Put it in the air fryer. No, don't put it in the air fryer. Hey. What you do is just fry it up a little bit and then chop it up into tiny little bits and put it in the ramen after it's all cooked up.
Why can't I just toss the chicken in the boiling water?
Because it's culinarily terrible to do. Okay. Just don't do it.
Dawn. Hot pan and oil for 3 minutes.
Hot pan, oil, 3 minute. Oh, God, the whole house is going to smell. Everything's going to smell. Who boiled chicken? Yeah. Let's see. Extra steps from a vampire was going to eat ice cream. Yeah. What? Hey, this ice cream is packed with protein, all right? Oh, that's the other thing we made. Bro, protein powder coffee with extra caffeine in it, with protein yogurt, with cold brew coffee, with a little bit of sugar. This is going to be awesome, dude. Of course, my internal temperature is probably like 68 degrees right now because I've been eating so much ice cream, but it's been delightful. I got to prep for the summer, you know. I want to get all the terrible ice cream calories out of the way through experimentation, and then when summer comes around, I can focus like a laser and just make healthy ice creams that I can make a meal out of, you know. You'd be so cool inside, rabies would never get you. Exactly. Why isn't that an ice cream? What is it an ice cream? Actually, have you used a slow cooker for cooking meat before? No, the only time we slow cooked, we used a, I did a slow cooker chicken that I just dumped in with a lot of pasta sauce. And I like to let it cook in there. But sauce is different than boiling it in water. It's completely different. Yeah. Yeah, experiment with sorbet. We made one that's got jams are awesome. Yeah, that gives you your sugars and that like a little bit of flavor that you want. You don't got to use a lot. The other one we made is a peanut butter one. We got to try that. I think that'll be ready for tomorrow. Yeah, so I think we got the coffee one tonight and the everything bagel. I literally tried it. We're going to make it. We're going to do it. The way we make it, you got to put it through the machine like a couple of times because their settings are like, oh, but just do ice cream. And it's like 2 minutes. No. I got to do ice cream and then I got to do light ice cream and then I got to do light ice cream again. It's literally 10 minutes for this thing to churn out whatever the hell I put in it because I don't put a lot of fat in there. It takes extra time. The coffee you made. The coffee I did make, you know. Cold brew. Let's go. So Wally. We're going to go to the point of the food just being ice cream smoothie form. I would love that. Oh, you know what we had recently too? Yo, we've actually found a box of Better Cheddars. Better Cheddars. Nah, because usually we get what do you call it? Cheez-Its. When we haven't had them in a while. So it's like every time I went looking for Better Cheddars, because Zombie Snow White, remember, I think you mentioned the Better Cheddars. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about this. Right? So we found them and we got them and we ate them. No, do not send me a case of them. I will eat them once a year and that's about it. Oh man. They are good though. I haven't had them in such a long time. I was like, ooh. A little salty for me at this point because I don't eat a lot of salt. So when I had one, it was like licking the desert. I was like, oh my God. I was like, why is there so much salt on this? I'm like, maybe I can drown it out by putting a little bit of cream cheese on it. Which we did. It's excellent with cream cheese. And Dawn is looking at you. You're going to put cream cheese on that? I'm like, if it's in the fridge, I'm putting cream cheese on everything. I literally made ice cream out of it. David Wan, what's up? Happy New Year. Your guts will be liquid, though. I get that. It's like when I get the salt content for like a week of being stoned after eating a whole box.
Rise and bring your squirrel to the bagel shop, where I can get the cream cheese, the creamy, cheesy cream.
Nice. There you go. Thank you. I don't think I have a song version of that. Found an everything bagel seasoning tuna lunch snack thingy that was actually quite good. Now, you're not a seafood fan, but it would be that. I would probably try some kind of fish with everything bagel on there because there's so much seasoning in an everything bagel seasoning that, you know, it's just poof, you know, knocks out a lot of flavors. Avocado toast with everything bagel seasoning on there is ridiculously good. It's stupid good. It's so good you should probably not have it. Made basically brownie cheesecake, no churn ice cream last night, and I've been eating it as a dip. Chocolate frosting, cream cheese. And I made brown sugar whipped cream. Nice. I try not to get crazy with the cream cheese because I just feel like that's a slippery slope for me. Because I'm like, I'm putting cream cheese and everything. And for all I know it, I got like 15 blocks of cream cheese in the fridge. I'm just like, no, this is ice cream. Yeah. I know everything tastes better with it, but it's, yeah. I feel like I'm just going to seal my fate if I just keep eating that. It's bumblebee, tuna salad, and crackers. Really? Interesting. Write it down. What is that? I'm waiting to hear what happens with the chicken. Good. All right, where to leave off? I've been missing a lot of chat here because I've been going back and forth. Extra steps, read that. Okay. No, apparently I did read that. Read it. Would like to refresh chat. Give me a second. Boop. Yeah, come on. This is going to be that thing where the internet gets slow because everybody's all of a sudden on the internet now. Hey, I'm going to send everybody a selfie of me doing something on yeah. All right, there we go. Think of it. Wanted fudge ripple ice cream and made that instead because couldn't get ice cream. That's always a weird thing. It's like sometimes you get these weird cravings for food and there's no way to get it at that particular time. And it's usually at like 2 in the morning. You know, you're working all day and you're just like, all right, I'm going to keep working. It's a workathon. Damn, wish I had some fill in the blank. And it's like, we don't have that. I'm like, oh, God. And just start eating everything else to fill the void of that flavor that you just don't have access to. It's ridiculous. Oh, God. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, I got to set up a thing. Because it is time to do the days. What's up? Hydrate. Really? All right. Hydrate. Yeah, I'd get that eye checked. Holy crap. That's worse than pink eye. Yeah, what's the cutoff point for ordering stuff? Because I never even bothered looking at that. Stretch. Did it. Bum, 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 bum. Well, I mean, I don't know. I generally don't order stuff. I don't like paying a fee for things, man. You know, it's like everything's stupid expensive to get shipped. Now, this person we knew that was doing DoorDash all the time, and then all of a sudden they realized at the end of the year they spent like $7,000 on deliveries. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, man, I don't know what happened. I'm like, you ordered pizza like 3 times a week. That's... Don't they have that through Amazon, though? Like Amazon Prime to give you, what, Uber Eats or something? I think they do. I don't know. I got to look into some of that stuff. I'm sure there's benefits I'm getting that I'm not even using. Boop. All right, what days we got? What the hell's Watch Night? Apparently it's a Christian holiday. Does it have to deal with clocks? Depends on your area in the store's restaurant. I use it because I can't drive, but I do the best to just use it maybe once a week or take out or to grocery deliver more often. There you go. At least grocery delivery is more reasonable. You can, you know, it's like $15. You can order like $5,000 and stuff. And they're like, yeah, we'll bring it. Festival day. I don't know what the festival is, but December 31st, bank holiday in Japan. What? Okay. National Champagne Day. Oh, what a coincidence. Make up your mind day. Oh, God, this should be every day. I have a problem with people who can't make up their mind. Indecision is infuriating for me. Because usually I'll make a decision, and even if it's a rash decision and it's terrible, I'll deal with it. You know? It is, I would rather make the wrong decision than sit there for 50 minutes debating it. Especially if it's something small. I don't know. I'm a decision maker. No interruption day. Shouldn't that be every day? No, it could be reviewed every other day except for this. New Year's Eve. Oh, really? Restoration Day. What? Geneva? Okay. Unlucky Day. Oh, God. That's not good. I guess if you're on the road. Seriously, if you are going out, have Ubers ready and all that other stuff. But I want to know what this is. It's Watch Night. So you think of a game being full, then a week it slows down. Most quiet. What? What game? Which game? Watch Night is a holiday observed on December 31st that allows Christians to review the year that is about to pass. I don't think anybody wants to do that. Confess your sins and offer prayers. Oh, I got to do that. All that? Ah, geez. History. So basically, it's a day of reflection. I don't know why they're talking about clocks. All right, whatever. So that's the days, I suppose. Oh, gyms. Then we slow down most. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, everyone makes their New Year's resolutions to get fit and go to the gym. You know, everybody's got those gift memberships. Yeah. What's this? Me IRL. There better be something fun here. Oh, God, do I even want to know? I'm trying to find something humorous here. My internet's been a little bit dicey lately, especially as the holidays keep going. It's they're pretty slacking off, you know? 4-year-old told me this morning class does weekend news. I probably won't say anything today. We didn't do anything this weekend. Okay. Just drove to Pennsylvania, stayed at Cartoon Network Hotel. There's a Cartoon Network Hotel? I went to a theme park, which on Saturday he described as the best day of his life. There's a Cartoon Network Hotel? I thought Cartoon Network closed down. That can't be a real thing. That was 27 minutes ago. Disco nap? What the hell's a disco nap? Did you eat a bunch of disco fries or did you just fall asleep underneath a disco ball? Me IRL. Generally so cold outside that you deadass gotta ponder how even humans even survived. What? Just bare cheeks and animal hides. Yeah, I guess. All right. Ugh, kids. Crossing off something from my to-do list. Adding something to the list I already did just so I can cross it off. Okay. This is going to be one of those things. Did I get anything fun? What the hell is this? What is an audio lollipop, chat? It's literally an audio lollipop. Look, listen to music through your mouth. What am I, Beethoven? This is electronic dance, apparently. Yeah, next time you go to the dentist, well, not only have you been eating a gross amount of sugar, all your fillings have somehow come loose. Do you sleep on trains often? What? It's like those toothbrushes that played music. I assume for deaf people if it works. That's what Beethoven did. He like hooked up a metal rod to his piano, put that in between his teeth so he could hear the music, even though he was deaf, because it would vibrate the inner ear, which is astounding to me. But I don't think I need to be eating music. I didn't even know. Look, this one's blueberry, though. Somehow it's naturally flavored. This is bizarre. Part of me wants to try it just to see what it do, but tasty sounds. Really, they had to trademark that, huh? Okay. All right. Well, know that exists. Maybe we'll cover that later. I don't think I want to deal with these sad sacks right now. It's because the exposed wire shocks you. Tastes like blueberries? Maybe. Baking. Here's the thing about baking now. Every time I look at the baking thing, I'm like, how can I turn this into ice cream? Dude, getting that thing is like the best and worst thing. Sponge cake. That's not ice cream. First successful Asian-style sponge. That's not ice cream. All right, what can I make out of ice cream here? What is it? Prepping fruit pizza. No, you're not. That's basically jelly on bread, you fucker. Hey, I'm prepping a fruit pizza. No, you're putting jelly on bread. You prick. Making fruit pizza. It's not a pizza. Technically, tomatoes are fruit. Fuck off. God. Okay. I don't know if that's technically stupid food, but still. Yeah, I'll give you that. First time making homemade pastry puffs. Pastry puffs. Applesauce. Supposedly makes a really good Ice cream. Maybe we'll do that. Applesauce. Vanilla cinnamon will go well. Vanilla cinnamon apple. I think I could do that. I'm going to try that. Vanilla cinnamon. That'll be the experiment. Because we have some applesauce. We have vanilla yogurt. And we got that stupid stuff that I don't usually use, but I use it when I use ice cream. What's up? Wow, everybody's winning. They're just waiting on that stupid food. Wait, what did you buy? I didn't buy anything. Music for toothbrush has a point to it. It helps you make sure you brush the whole 2 minutes. Did I give you a cool, aggressive punk song for that? Nah, man, dude, man. Thank you. Wait, whoa, what are you making ice cream with? Applesauce, some cinnamon, vanilla yogurt, and maybe something else. I feel like that'll work. We've made surprisingly good things. I'm telling you, the best was a bunch of, what is it called? Lime curd with lemon juice, vanilla yogurt, and basically almond milk. That thing came out ridiculously good. I was amazed how good this thing came out. Coconut. Oh, no, the machine. Dawn got us one of those Ninja Freezy things. Not a Ninja Creamy? Yeah. I wasn't expecting it. But, you know, she's like, you know, in the long run, it's going to save us money because you're not going to be buying ice cream. You got to make it now. Well, I used to buy a lot of ice cream. Even when it wasn't on sale. I want something cold, you know. So, yeah, the Ninja Creamy. So, yeah, that thing actually surprisingly works. I was always skeptical. I'm like, what the hell is this? Last bake of 2025. Upside down pear gingerbread cake. It sounds like you did everything wrong here. Even the owl's skeptical. Yeah, for Xmas, which is like just pick up something like that on a Tuesday. You know? That's awesome. And yes, you won't buy it, and it's easy to make. The strange flavors you like. Yeah. I have a doable ice cream maker personally. Nice. But that was the thing. We wanted to, because there's a lot of sugar in regular ice cream, you know, plus a lot of fat. We can literally make a fat-free ice cream with very little sugar, and it comes out excellent. So, like, every container of ice cream we've made has been under 400 calories for, like, the whole thing. So, you know, for that, it's kind of a no-brainer. You know, I have a pint of Ben & Jerry's, and it's like 1,500 calories. It's ridiculous. Unless I put this in the ice cream maker. I got to start a YouTube channel. Does this Ninja Creamy, you know, and it'll just, does this ice cream? Yeah, you can make ice cream out of this. You can totally do that. No, they have an option for mix-ins. So basically you make your ice cream and then you press the button and just kind of add whatever little chunky things you want after the fact. There's these brownies that I'm looking at. All right, I don't want to go down that road because then it's just going to ruin the point of having. What the hell is this? This actually looks like a log. What the hell? What's a bouche de Noël? Dude, look at this. This is good. Whoever did this, look at it. It's got a knot in there. It looks like you did find it in the forest. Very festive. So you have to be careful with the cholesterol situation on ice cream. So like frozen yogurt, gonna get a cabbage, triple cream, vanilla bean Greek yogurt. And add, I know what's a Longans. What's a Longans? Should I just see what I prefer as tasty knobs? Yeah, that was the cool thing. I'm not sure if you have it available to you. The Oikos ice cream. There's a vanilla one. It's just 000. There's no fat. There's no sugar. And no, what's the other thing? Like, it's ridiculous. And it tastes amazing. So if you do like vanilla, that should just be your go-to. And just put that in there. Longan is fruit. Oh, okay. Come on. I'm of the school that fruit for me is like apples, bananas, strawberries. Blueberries when they're on sale. And sometimes a pear. Why are pears like $3 a pound? What the hell? How's this? Brownies? Yeah. Oh, maple something, right? Oh, that's lemon. Not even close. That looks so mapley. Why would this be lemon? That would confuse me. Lemon zest. Where did that lone cookie come from? Oh, peach. You haven't had a peach. I had a really good Chobani coffee one that I used. Yogurt for the base, and I was just like, yeah, let me do that. It's got a little bit of fat in it, but I didn't want to get crazy. Oh, God, what happened to your cookies? Blue Moon one. Nice. I made a Yolog with cookies once. Turned out really well. Nice. These cookies did not. Is this a final 2025 baking fail? Was it tilted? It looks like this cookie tray was tilted and they all kind of just went off to the side. What? Oh, God. Oh, I can taste how terrible those are. Oof. I think I've burned cookies once in my entire life. Those look all right. Why didn't my no-bake Biscoff cheesecake set? Because you ate it before it set. I don't know. They overbaked it. Yep. I don't even know what that is. Part 2 solved. Help with my raspberry swirl rolls. Where? Where are these swirl rolls? Oh, there they are. All right now. Is this baking? So this is the recap of what they did. So they made pizza. Congratulations. You made bread. Congratulations. You made muffins or whatever. You made those things. You got cookies. I don't even know what the hell that is. Very few fruits I won't eat, but I also have issues getting or remembering fruit, so I get canned stuff. Gotta remember when I order Chinese jarred peaches. Oh, yeah, there you go. Because we're cracking their vanilla peaches. Ooh, they got vanilla peaches? Ooh, I didn't know that. You can give it like $10 for a giant jar. It's like 30-ounce mayo jar situation. Dude. Those poor cookies. Yeah, they messed up the cookies. Oh, I love these. Dude, the rainbow cookies? The Italian rainbow cookies. These things are amazing. I also like marzipan. Somebody gave us a piece of chocolate that had marzipan in it. It was like chocolate-covered marzipan. Oh, my God. I want to make a marzipan ice cream. That'd be awesome. These things. Yeah, I know somebody who made those, too. Those were really good. These things I could do without. That I could do without. They look good, but I'm not going to eat them. All right, I can't be looking at food this whole time. All right, well, let's see if there's non-food gaming. The most anticipated PC games of 2026. Do I care? Oh, this is by the people who work here. What does Helen want? Nova Roma. Oh, good. Grand Theft Auto 6. Oh, big surprise. What? Replaced? What the hell's replaced? What happened to your chicken?
Nothing.
Did it survive?
I need to know the answer to a question. Maybe you can do a poll.
No, we're not doing a poll. Go ahead.
Okay. Glasses wearers.
Glasses wearers. For those who don't have good eyes but need windshields on their face.
When you eat ramen,
when you
always end up with ramen juice all
What are
over
you
your
doing?
glasses.
Dude, you're not supposed to be like slurping it like Lady and a Tramp. You know, you're supposed to No.
It can't be just me. Tell me it's not just me.
Well, Shadov says the struggle is real.
Okay, see, so it's not just me. You always end up with ramen juice on your glasses.
Well, I've never had that problem.
You don't really eat ramen.
But I eat pasta.
But ramen's different.
It's watery.
The squiggles make the splashback more.
Then get more aerodynamic ramen. I mean, what do I tell you? You know, it's like, I don't know. Every time. See, Shreddy Paws is like, every time.
Okay, so at least it's not just me. All right.
I don't use glasses. That's part of the equation that you left out. That's important. I don't use glasses. I just get it right into my eyeballs.
Because like I eat spaghetti, Chef Boyardee, I'm fine. Ramen, it's always up on my glasses.
See, traditional Japanese ramen is slurped, so it gets messy. I think you got to put the bowl up to your face and just, you know.
Well, I slurp toward the end.
Yeah. So
the end is a slurp fest. I try and eat like a human being in the beginning. Then it turns into just chaos, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, I needed to know for my own sake.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it happens. Yeah. What's that? Yep.
Lola eat ramen without safety goggles.
Without safety goggles. You need the safety goggles. That's it. We have them for when I was used to sand down the plastics.
There you go.
Yeah, you wear those next time. Yeah? It'll be like the home improvement version of eating ramen. All right. Instead of using a fork to twirl them, what you do is, I don't know, use a power drill. God. Aerodynamic ramen. What a sentence. Yeah, man. You know, if they're all squiggling stuff, iron them out first. You know? All right. I've never had that problem with pasta, even if the sauce was watery. You know, because they're just straight noodles. So it's you don't get that little towards the end. You know? So, I don't know. It'll get on your face, but I never had a splashback into my glasses. You know? I can eat ramen with chopsticks. Flat, middle Korean kinds. Not make a mess. Yeah, I tried chopsticks, and I found that it was terribly inefficient because it slowed me down from finishing my food incredibly quickly so I can get back to work. I can't sit there and be like, look what I'm doing. Ooh. I'm curious if anybody of Asian culture that actually uses chopsticks, are they like look at these people? Or are they actually impressed? I feel like it depends on a person. Be like, oh, look, they're using chopsticks. Yeah, they're one of those. Or be like, look, they know how to use chopsticks. I guess it's a person-to-person thing. Okay, I need to get myself an adult food bib for everything. Oh, yeah, we got to break out the bibs for everybody, depending on what we eat. What, dude? There's a certain foods that are notoriously messy. And there's no way around it. Yeah. We're very fastidious, though. Very rarely do I get food all over me. All right. Well, the thing is, I don't take bites. I kind of eat like a duck. So it's just like, you know, that kind of thing. You know, the whole thing. Pizza is one. That's weird. I've never had a pizza problem. I don't think I've ever spilt pizza on me. I mean, it's messy if it's like super stringy cheese or whatever, but yeah, I'm trying to think. So I don't chew? No, that wastes time. What? As impressed as if you were to see an Asian eating a burger without chopsticks. I'd be more impressed. You imagine? I'd be like, I feel like burgers, I've had pizza burgers that were absolutely atrociously messy. It would have been better if they just put fireworks in there and blew it up in front of me as opposed to me trying to eat this thing. It would have been less messy. That's one of the few things where I'm like, this is bib worthy. Yeah. Bump, 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 bump. Big stand to chew. I'd say eats like a duck. Exactly. I don't know. I like keeping things efficient. Boop. Speaking of which, replace. Don't know what this is. Reanimal. I don't care. Mutagenics. I'm actually interested in this. This is by the people who made Binding of Isaac, right? Guys, I'm streaming here, bro. 300 hours Binding. Yeah, there you go. Binding of Isaac. Nice. What? That should be funny. I did say bro, so I should probably call that bro. Oh, did you just call that? I didn't see. I gotta check. I'll call it. Scary bats. Yeah, so this might be fun, even though I don't like the hexagonal thing like that, but it could be fun. Mouse PI for hire. There are a lot of games like this. I feel like Pumpkin Potion is inevitably going to play this. I'd be surprised if they didn't. And there's another game coming out that has a similar style. What's with the old-timey crap? Did everybody rediscover the animation style of Steamboat Willie when it was free to everybody because it's in the public domain? They're like, hey, look at make a game like that. Yeah. There's a place in Japan that has a burger halved and dunked in a plate full of cheese. See, I don't need that. I don't need the cheese, you know? Seems like a lot. What are you doing back there? Slay the Spire 2. Yeah, all right. Vice Undercover. Don't know what this is about. Let's ignore the fact that this was the most anticipated PC game entry of last year. I am willing to launch 2026. Okay, I don't care. Romeo is a dead man. It looks pretty active. Scott Pilgrim EX. Dude, Scott Pilgrim game coming out. Yeah, that's right. It's a good side scroller beat 'em up kind of thing, so that's good. This thing. It's a Jet Set Radio, but you're a train. Don't ask me how. Tomb Raider. Yeah, I'm good with Tomb Raider. Big Walk. No, you got to hang out with people and do this. Nah, screw that. Okay, that's a bunch of I don't care. There's like 2 things off of there. What? This one is the one I'm waiting for. Does it say when it's coming? Which one? Said this one. Which one's that? This one? This one? Densha Attack? Doesn't say. I don't think any of these say. Scott Pilgrim? No, it doesn't say.
Sorry for the late coming to the show, was taking a nap. Have a late night delivery. Also superstition, if anyone wants to not do it before the new year, either do your laundry immediately so you start off with a fresh start to your year, or do not do your
25 out. Thank you. Hold on. First start doing the laundry for the first week. Says a rush waiter, good luck to do the first week and the New Year's jokes on them. To run an outfit week minus underwear. What changed because the 900 pairs? Ha! That's a lot. If you got to do a late thing, be careful. No, it's crazy out there. It doesn't say. Doesn't say when this comes out. The one with the rat. Technically, Mouse. All right. Random is just like, yeah, no, the one with the rat in it. What the hell? Bro's like, no, dude, don't misspecies me. Let's see. Steam's list of the most played games this year only includes 2 games from 2025. Oh, God. That doesn't say much for 2025, does it? Holy crap. What do we got? Steam most played games this year in 2025. What do we got? Trying to think. I figure, what do you call it would have been on there? See, unsurprisingly, it's littered with big hitters like Counter-Strike and Marvel Rivals, and the series Marvel Rivals came out last year? Is that a 2024 game? Oh my God. Other multiplayer games that dominate your life when you okay, aspects of 2 of the games out of the 12 were actually released in 2025. Huh. Only 14% of the total play time across the entirety of Steam in 2025 was spent on games that launched this year. Out of the 12 most played games this year, Peak and Repo are the year's sole represent. Really? Those are the only 2 games. Peak and Repo were the only 2 games from 2025. With Nary and Arc Raiders, that's the one I was thinking of. Hollow Knight, Silksong, or Monster Hunter Wilds in sight. Really? I mean, they're going by most played, so like concurrent players and stuff like that. There were more games on the list that are over a decade old. Holy crap. Kevin says, I hope everyone had a great last day of the year. We still got a couple hours. We'll see if it gets better. If your New Year's is yet to come, and those who have had it past, may you have a great start to your new year, no matter what comes, no matter what you'll be. What? Our Lord Foamy. Oh, yeah, he's still around. Squirrel. Well, always what? Along with his faithful aides. Steve, Vampire, and Pumpkin Guy. I don't like being in the same room with the squirrel. I'm not going to loyally follow him. What? No, we get into, like, issues, you know? He's very headstrong. I just don't have the patience for it. I mean, we get along reluctantly at work. Let's see. There are 12 most played. Thank you. Pick a repo. Like, I'm surprised like none of these are on there. Really, for the most played games. All right, I need to know. Stardew Valley, Terraria, and even Left 4 Dead 2 were all played more than the vast majority of 2025's offerings. Left 4 Dead 2, that came out like, what, 2010? Dr. Rainbow, what's up? How long's more recent? What start date isn't really in? Oh, so the data isn't in. What is it going by Steam? These are like the Steam data, at least according to this. It's possible that games such as Arc Raiders may have made an appearance if they had launched earlier in the year. That lacking of advantage. So this is the full 12 months. So yeah, Arc Raiders, I guess since it came out like halfway through the year, they're like, meh, doesn't really count. You know, or they didn't have enough playtime. And if you're expecting to list year's most played titles to 24, so if you're going to the top 24, you still only gain the likes of Schedule 1, Battlefield 6, and Call of Duty, 2 of which you'd expect to be on the list any year they release. In fact, Call of Duty, which nobody really liked this one, was in the top 12 in both 2024 and 2023, which strengthens claims that Black Ops 6 has been extremely disappointing in terms of players this year. Interesting. Huh. That's it. So, I don't know, game developers, be as good as the indie game that was made in a month by a bunch of people that were eating snacks and probably high. It is fun, though. But he's Lord and Master. Yeah, I know, but I don't go to church. So, bro. Zelda people. All right, you know how Nintendo doesn't do anything that they do right? Okay, look. Someone modded all of Breath of the Wild to be playable in VR from start to finish. A modder did this, which will inevitably get sued because Nintendo's terrible. In my personal opinion. Let's see, what do we got here? Look, so this is modded. All right, it's probably not going to be 100% or whatever, but still, somebody went through the trouble of modding this. My dude, look at that. Oh, dude, a hang glider? Bro, that's cool. All right, chopping down the trees. It's like, I don't really want to do that. No, all right, let's see some fight scenes here. Let's see, you're in a, look, yeah, look, you're shooting things. This looks kind of cool, bro. I know. Bro. Yeah, I feel like the Zelda game would be a lot more fun with that, you know? That's a good job, you know? Dude, I gotta do, yo, some of the modders, man. Come on, dude. Nintendo, leave this person alone because I know inevitably you're gonna go after them and complain, and there's going to be DMCAs and all that other stuff. You guys are using our... You're making a game more fun than we intended. Download it, create a copy until it lasts before the Nintendo assassins go after this. First comment, right? Yeah. I grabbed it immediately, and even if they do multiple forks, will drop since you can't truly stop open source. Case in point, see the numerous Yuzo forks up. Yeah, fork it. Fork you, Nintendo. If they only followed Bethesda's act. Dude, I feel like they don't care. They're like, here's our game. Buy our game. Not anything else. No mods. No nothing. No fun. Just this. This is good enough for you. Accept it. Give me your money. That's what I feel like the transaction is every time I get a Nintendo game. This is all you get? Give us money. You know, modders like, you know, this could be a little bit better. Get that guy, you know? It's ridiculous. That's crazy, dude. Come on. Modding your console for, what, this day and age, yeah, right? Linus Tech Tips has already took back, what, less than old hardware modifications. You can make older modifications. What, they took them down? Or what do you mean took back? With Switch, I can understand Nintendo not liking it. Yeah, but it shouldn't matter. I'm all about the end user, okay? If I buy something, that thing is mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why should I, what's the big deal? Yeah? Because that's how they're making money off of people. Well, they're making money off of people because people keep buying this stuff. I have, since Nintendo has ticked me off with Palworld, after going after Palworld, I literally haven't bought anything from Nintendo. Nothing. Not a thing. Nothing. I don't need it. You know? And I'm probably won't. I've already broke the habit of buying Nintendo stuff, and I don't miss it. I'm not like, man, I really got to play Mario. I'll find another platformer to aggravate me. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, that's out there. Go get it. Sony mocap 3D motion capture system. Okay, here's the thing. In our spare time, haha, what we have actually been doing is motion capture. Okay? In a rudimentary sort of way. We have a program that, as long as the video is good, it can actually generate an animation file based on what's happening in the video, translate that so a VTuber can use it. This is what we're doing in our spare time. So a lot of the stuff that we will probably implement into the future is going to be based on that kind of tech. Now, for something like this, like mocap stuff, these are little points and stuff. Actually, you don't need this. What the hell am I thinking? Okay, so you don't need this. I literally, they have what they call estimated motion capture. So you can literally get a program that will use your webcam and basically estimate what the rest of your body is doing from wherever it doesn't see. So this is unnecessary. I don't know why I had this open. Oh, I think I wanted to see the price. How much are these things? Sony case, mocap, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, look, the base sensor and dongle retail for $600 and $149 separately. Although users can also purchase them as a set for $748 with a pro set for $1,500. Oh, okay. Hey! This is a weird thing. We got 2 articles about things being rediscovered. Look at this. Flat-headed wildcat not seen in 30 years caught on camera in Thailand. I didn't even know this thing existed. It's a flat-headed wildcat. Look, his head, it's flat. It's pretty cool. All right, they found him. They haven't seen him in forever. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if this is a cool cat. You can go up to him and be like, hey, kitty, you know, that kind of thing. An elusive wildcat long feared extinct in Thailand has been rediscovered 3 decades after the last recorded sighting. Conservation authorities and an NGO said Friday. Flat-headed cats are among the world's rarest and most threatened wild felines. Their range is limited to Southeast Asia, and they are endangered because of dwindling habitat. All right. But, hey, they found them, so that's good. The next thing? Not that. Where is it? There it is. Missing for 200 years. The Galapagos rail reappears following Floridia Island restoration. Apparently, they somehow restored an island, and we got this little bastard back. Dude. You want to eat something? I don't know. It's kind of cool. Yeah. I'm always amazed that nature's like, you know what? You try to make us extinct? Fuck you. You know? I mean, granted, in both situations, probably there's been, you know, nature conservation happening and stuff like that. But, you know, so almost decade predatory work, invasive rats, avian vampire flies. That's a new one. Now I got more competition. Look at vampire flies. Are you freaking kidding me? They're vampire flies. This little bastard. What? Like to hear nature commentary with that language? What? Oh, to what's his face? Attenborough? And as you can see here, this little bastard, thought to be extinct for the last 200 years, has somehow survived. This prick of a bird seems to flourish now in this restored natural habitat that has taken quite some time to fix.
Aren't those just mosquitoes?
No. They are avian vampire flies. Also bastards. Oh, man. That's what I need. I needed the David Attenborough, like, pissed off version. There you go. Nice. Thank you. Oh, man. So we got invasive rats and vampire flies. Wow. Working alongside Galapagos National Park directors, cleansing the cleansing of the island has, to the delight of conversationalists and scientists working on the project, resulted in a dramatic return of many of the island's persecuted endemic species, like lava lizards, Galapagos doves, geckos, and dark-billed cuckoos. Okay, I want to start looking into the Galapagos. I know they have their own little ecosystem and weird kind of shit, but lava lizards, vampire flies, and dark-billed cuckoos. What? What the hell? Here we have a lava lizard. If you do in fact throw him in lava, he will die, but he's slightly fire resistant. I don't even know what the hell a lava lizard is. When I hear lava lizard, I'm thinking Charizard, you know? Good. What do we got here? What's going on in the brain? Promising new drug reverses mental decline in mice with advanced Alzheimer's. This is interesting. Look, before, after. Before, after. Apparently, the short of this thing is, basically very forgetful mice are now remembering where their cheese is thanks to whatever drug they're giving them. Potential human brain mechanisms and targets of AD reversal. They're working on it. Yo, you could get a pill. Apparently, the mice's, I guess, brains got better after 6 months of daily injections, which, yeah, that sounds like fun, right? But hey, I'm probably going to forget half of them. So that's something cool for the future in case I start, oh, who am I? You know, that kind of thing. So, I don't know. No, that's working on it. Here, lava lizard, I think, what? Mythical salamanders. Yeah, there you go. Beware the lava lizard. They lurk, and you do not know where they will come from until you...
It's a raid.
It's a raid.
Destroy them all with kawaii hugs
Adam!
and treats.
Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. We got ads rolling, but I don't care. You let them roll. Whatever. Boom. What have we got here? Out of these. What the hell's happening here? No, I didn't find anything here, so who cares? Stranger Things. Oh, this came out 6 days ago. Why is this tab still open? What the hell is this? Look at this. This was an upgrade from our family's ancient Kodak Instamatic X15. Literally every photo from this camera was inferior to the X15. This was a thing? Like, I've heard of it. Like, okay, in my computer brain, when somebody says, oh yeah, the Kodak disc, whatever, I thought maybe it was like an early version of a floppy disk. Is that actual film they had to develop? What, you like lava whales? What the hell's a lava whale? You could have them as pets and they'll sleep in open fireplaces. Seriously, look them up. They perform a movie. What? How's that a thing? This is confusing to me because Go.
Jim, hi, Jim Dance.
Hey, 66 moons. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate. Thank you. They're short-lived. Like, what? These were just like, you would take a picture and it would just imprint it on this, I guess, negative that was on a wheel, and then it would just kind of rotate for the next one. Like, I have no idea about this. And I do like old, oh my God, look at a thing it came in. Holy crap, dude. This looks like an old-timey cartridge. You just put that in there. Dude, that's crazy. Like, I'm not... it's interesting, but I don't know how practical that is. It's a little bizarre. Yeah, didn't you used to get more shots on a roll of film? This says what, 15? So it goes up to 15. I thought, like, you could get a roll of film and get, like, 32 shots out of that. Yeah, like, I don't know. I haven't used an old-timey camera in the longest time, so... Kodak disc camera. I had one. Terrible quality pics, but it was cool. God, those things were shit. That's literally a comment. God, those things were shit. You know, I guarantee you there's some hipster out there who's seeing this right now and is going to be like, bro, I got to get me one of those. And I'm going to take a picture of my band. And that's going to be our album cover. And then you can have that story about how you used the Kodak Instamatic X15 to make sure that the film was authentic. You know? Nobody cares. So don't do it. Those look really cool. They do look cool. I don't know if the quality is worth it. 2 people said they were terrible. Like, and those are the only comments. Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, they sucked. All right. You know what? I might want to do research on that. So we'll see. This thing. Bro, 2 for 1, Netflix and Wii. They gave you I didn't even know Netflix on the Wii was possible. Because when we first got Netflix, and this was old-timey, there would be a disc. You know, you put the disc, whatever you wanted, it would show up. This was like the early stages. You would put the disc in there, and it would connect to the internet, and I guess it would run the app or program that they had at the time. Because that's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Did anybody have one of these? You let me know. I got a drink. Ah! Scary face. Hey, I was excited when Wii had its own browser. You know? You had it? So you would just put the disc in and like the app, I guess, would open up and you could just stream? I'm assuming you had to make an account and everything. Happy New Year, Rick's Laser. What's up? Omni High. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. And I hope 2026 is tremendously awesome for everybody. Oh, God, I got to remember to change the things on my website. No, man, every time I do a post, it's like the first 5 end up being like, oh, 2025. I'm like, God, I got to go back, 2026. You still have 8 hours? You have 8 hours? We just had Netflix app for a while. Huh. Yeah, I never had a Wii U. We had the Wii. We didn't get the Wii U. But that's kind of interesting. I didn't know there was a thing. Oh, there you go. Directions. Watch instantly. Place this disc in your Wii. 2. Your choices will automatically be displayed. Play any movie or TV episode you want. That's crazy. This disc must be inserted each time to stream instantly from Netflix. Yeah, so it ran from the disc. And that's crazy. It's like having an APK for your phone. It's like you got to make sure it's in there. You know? What's up, Rick Laser? Hi. Just hit 4 p.m. for me. You're living in the past, bro. What do we got here? That's kind of good. I came across this to say a lot of movies came through this disc. I wonder if that still works. Wasn't there one for the PS3 and 360 as well? I don't know. PS3 had one. The 360 didn't. I think it was exclusive for a bit via download on the 360, which is a wild in hindsight. Yeah, I think we did have Netflix on the 360. I got like a question mark in my head. I still had a lot of physical media. So if there's anything I wanted to watch, I would just put the disc in it. I could have sworn the 360 had one because I remember getting a Netflix disc when I was younger. And I never had a PS3. I don't think it came with a download on 360 until years later. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it was back when Netflix mailed out movies. It was interesting. Yeah, I remember that and Gamefly. We actually found a couple of good Gamefly games in there because, you know, you could sample them at that point. You know, that's how we found Lollipop Chainsaw. I was like, all right, what's this? You know, we played it and we're like, dude, this thing is just off the wall. Let's go. All right, I kind of want to get a hold of one of those discs and see if it still works. This thing. All right, time out your day. Look, your annual reminder that if you start the Seinfeld episode, The Voice, at 11:34:57 on New Year's Eve, Kramer will drop the giant ball of oil at the same time as the ball drops in Times Square. Who has the fucking time to figure this out? Who has the time? I don't even remember this episode. Happy New Year, Tomo. What's up? Lollipop Saints got made for modern consoles. Yeah, we picked it up on Steam, which, of course, I haven't played it, but it was on sale. Also, Shadows of the Dam got a remake. Well, remaster. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I kind of want to get that, but that hasn't really gone on sale. And the time I have for games is so bleh. It takes pausing when he drops and doing math. Yeah, but that's work. Toshiba T4800. Look at this thing. Look at those zip drives, bro. We still have a zip drive. Okay. No, we got one at a thrift store, and I'm so glad we found it. Go.
Cremerica Industries oil bladder system.
I don't remember that. Like, for some reason, I don't remember that episode. Was it a later season? Because some of the later season ones, I don't remember. I watched a lot of early Seinfeld, but the later episodes, I was like, I wrote a quick spreadsheet for a streamer, so they just had to punch in the show, movie, runtime, and pull it up from drop-down menu to add the runtime to the start time. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm not big on math, though. Every New Year, what's up? Yo, Max Marvel, Happy New Year! Skeletor Prime, hi, let's go. Thought it was like season 4, was it? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Sometimes after a while, all that stuff turns into a blur. And I haven't watched a Seinfeld episode in probably 5-7 years. But I still got to catch up on Xena. Remember, for every beer you drink, that's one beer a child can't drink. So I drink to save the children. That's a good approach. I do that with candy, too. For every piece of candy I eat, a child will not get diabetes. I'm taking a bullet for them. Zip drives. We had these. We found an actual zip drive in I think it was a Goodwill or some thrift store. And we managed, because we had old artwork on this, we got to salvage a bunch of weird-ass crap we haven't seen in probably 15 years. It's crazy. Stay away from the roads. Yeah, everybody stay off the roads. Oh, God, what is all this? MS-DOS. Oh, God. Oof. That's rough. Came across this mid-90s Toshiba. Thought it would be appreciated here. Those zip drives, unreliable data drives. I've lost data on those back in the 90s. Love the PC, though. Well, that's weird, because I got one that's 22 years old that still works. What were you doing to your drives, bro? What? Literally, that was like one of the first things we started saving stuff on. The exception of like the hard drive we had. It was bizarre. Crazy times. Currently waiting to get a power cable that will work. I have to be careful and remove the battery before I power it up. I hope the power's up fine. Yeah, let's see. I also replaced a Libretto battery. A worthwhile project. Is it though? What's that? Remember, New Year's Eve is amateur night. The pros stay at home. Yeah, man. Not only are you saving money by drinking at home, because the beers are cheaper, you also don't die. Pretty good. Oh, God. No, I was kind of hoping if it was a Friday or Saturday, I'd probably watch OP live. Because, some zany shit's going to happen, with the police stuff. OP live is On Patrol Live. It's a live cop show. It's fun to watch. Oh! iBoy Advance. Look, it's an iPod-inspired Game Boy Micro mod with touch controls in redesigned shell. What are these people doing? Look at this. Bro. I mean, I probably wouldn't want to play Pokemon on such a small screen, but I mean, look at that. Touch wheel direction controls. You got A-B buttons. Bloop, bloop. Look at that. What are those? Select start. Somebody made this. Look at that. This is what I love about freaking internet, 3D printers. You just buy those little LCD screens, man. Bro. Look at that. It's a little thick, but, what are you going to do? Look, USB-C charging port. Look at that. It's almost future-proof. Look, you got a power switch buttons for volume and brightness and control headphone jack. Look at that. Nice. Look, you got L and R buttons on the back too? Who is this person? Oh, God, and you just put the card right in there. Holy shit, look at this. Who are you? Fun project, swipe for explanation. Who are you? Hey, whoever this person is. Look at this. Masaki. If that's yours, that's I'm the one who mods. Well, you're a genius. Good job. Dude, that's pretty good. Bro. Who are you? All right. But it doesn't have an IR blaster. Maybe in the next version? Oh, God. There's a strip down and everything? Drop-in display with frame inside. Wow. Look at that. Dude, that's so cool. Oh, I got the little battery in there and everything. Look, you probably just replace this crap, too, if you need to. Need a new battery. Yep. Look, just regular little screws. Look, I don't need a whole set of crazy-ass, bizarre proprietary wrenches to open this thing. Yeah, you got a Phillips? Okay, we're good. Nice. Part of me wants to look and see what else they did. Let me double check their thing. I don't know what else they got on there. I don't know. Maybe they do spicy mods. See, it says right from the get-go, mature content. Uh-huh. All right. Nah. Not going to risk it. Not going to risk it. Not when we got squirrels. Look at this. My first customer at my squirrel arcade. Somebody made a squirrel arcade. Look, they got NBA Jam and a little change machine. Come on, that's wholesome. Look at that. I like the mini change machine, though. That's actually pretty cool. That's so nostalgic for, like, so many people that grew up in arcades. It's like, yeah, I got to put the money in there. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's Foamy. I don't know if he'd play NBA Jam. I think he'd probably want to play Narc. It had a really cool theme, too. Even the Pixies covered it. Theme from Narc. Look at him. I need that change machine. That's pretty cool. I like that. I want to pet it. Yeah, squirrels are iffy. Some of them are pettable, and some of them will just gnaw your face off. It's hit or miss. All right. Just so you know, it is the new year. All right. New Year's coming up, which means shut up back there. New Year's, right? Which means Steam Winter Sale, boom, is almost over. It's only good till the 5th. All right. You only got till the 5 to buy whatever the crazy cheap crap you want. Oh, God, that was the other thing. Oh, bro. All right, here's the other thing we did. In our spare time. Remember we were talking about the weird little things we were doing with the motion capture and stuff like that? Here's the other weird little thing. I know, right? This shit just escapes my mind. We figured out how to use a program, and we're in infancy stages here. So when it strikes me to be creatively bombarded with coding, right? We got a program that can run a VTuber through LM Studio, which is an AI large language model thing that I can use offline, have it hooked up to Twitch so you can talk to a VTuber and it will do text to speech and talk back to you. So in theory, we can have Gora in the background and you can ask Gora questions. And it will move and do voiceovers and stuff like that. The voice is the main hang up here because it's a very generic kind of thing. So I got to figure out a way to maneuver it to work for something that I want to do. You know? Here's the weird thing. We only were looking into this for about a couple of hours. So maybe we have a slight aptitude. I'm not going to say that we're good at it, but for remedial programming, which I think this is. Does that sound complex? Good luck tuning Gora's model. That's the thing. I can tune the model to be psychotic because I got the unfiltered ones. I have the unfiltered language models and some crazy crap comes out of their mouth. It is awesome. However, I want to make sure it's not so crazy that all of a sudden it's spouting out stuff you would see on X. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, quote unquote gamer words. I do want it to, you know, if I can get this off the ground, you could have like a nice demonic, horrible Gora you can interact with. However, they won't be biased or any of that other stuff. I don't want them to be that evil. Okay. All right. So we'll see what happens. Maybe you could, hey, you can probably do, because we were able to do it, because you can actually set up a language model to have its own personality. You basically stipulate a prompt, and if you're good with your prompting, you can be like, okay, respond to me as da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, so for Gora, it would be like maniacal, devious, soul-sucking, evil demon, otherworldly, you know, and you could go on and be very descriptive. Maybe it'd just be better to get like a Germain VTuber back there. You know, she'll just respond with goth poetry or something, you know? Like if somebody says Happy New Year's, and it should be like New Year's, old years, it's all sorrow, year after year, day after day, 365, we inevitably die. The sorrow. You know, that kind of thing. I don't know, just off the top of my head. Yeah, so that might be fun. Well, maybe not fun, but depressing for a little while, but fun. So these are our spare time projects. So what? I don't know, man. It's like, okay, here's the weird thing about the way our brain works. We'll be like animation. We'll work on animation, basically throw up. And then we're like, you know what? We're going to do music. Let's do music. All right, cool. Music. What? Yeah, throw up. Then we'll eat a bunch of ice cream, that's the phase we're in right now. We're in ice cream phase. Okay. And then for some reason we're like, let's see what we could do with VTuber stuff. Right. So we got all this stuff kind of hooked up, and we did that in about 2 days. And that was like on and off work in between ice cream. Plus we also managed to code our own bot to work with Twitch chat. So we did manage to get all the back end work done in a relatively short amount of time. So we got the VTuber to talk to the language model, and we had the language model be able to read Twitch chat through a bot that we made ourselves in a short amount of time. So it's either super simple or I'm a genius. I don't think I'm a genius, so it's probably super simple. Like, I don't know. But it worked. We did a thing, but the AI was a bit squiffy. So that's why we got it to respond in chat and all that other fun stuff. But again, we have the problem with the voice that's being a little... I mean, I could do it out of the box now, and it would be... it's got like a stock voice, which is like, hi, I'm Gora. I'm going to eat your soul. La, 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 la. How's your day? You know, and it's like, what the fuck? That's not what I want. You know, so it's a little weird. Son, hi, what's up? This is a modified voice too? No, this isn't. This is actually how I talk, which is sad. You the actual voice without squirrel modulation. The flash videos. Well, my voice is a little weird now, but there's no modulation happening. The squirrel is just higher pitched. Maybe we'll do that over at Dawn's thing when we read the rules. What? No, she's got all that stuff hooked up. I generally don't mess around with it, though I should. Happy New Year. What's up? All right, back to whatever this is. Sorry about that little tirade, but at least I want you to know that I'm working on other stuff in the background. I'm telling you, that would be awesome if I could get, you know, Gora back here to actually interact with chat. I can literally take a break and she can yell at you. You know, that'd be great. I would love that. You know, but I have to, literally, it's going to take a whole computer, like a separate computer, because I'm not going to be able to run OBS, the VTuber, the secondary VTuber with the large language model and have the bot going, and also doing text to speech at the same time. This little thing will explode. Okay. So I'd have to definitely use another one. A steam machine, if you will. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I got sidetracked, but this ends 5 on the 5 next year. Bro. Italian white truffles. Is that a real price? Look at this. Okay, here's the rule of thumb. I do not pay any more than $10 for something that comes in a little deli case. Okay? What the fuck? How expensive are fucking truffles? I've had truffle oil. Somebody had one once, and they had this, like, I guess it was truffle oil. It was on, like, almonds or something. Why can't I grow truffles? Because, this would be my living. Black truffle oil is cheap, cheaper than white. Oh, that's probably was. I think it was black truffle oil. Security tag or locked up? I don't even think this is locked up. This isn't even locked up. This must be a really fancy place that's not in a bad neighborhood. No, I can't even get batteries where I go. I'm like, yeah, can I get somebody to unlock the batteries? I need a AA. You know, like, it's stupid. You have to get good with the home. When I got an LM studio, the host the bot and the other project was playing with, you can conceivably split it up between machines. Well, I would have everything run on one computer, which would just basically hook up into Twitch, monitor the Twitch chat, and then feed it back to the LM, which would then bring it to the VTuber, and then VTuber would talk, which would be in the background here, like this one. So I feel like that's the simple part. It's getting the voice down that is really aggravating the hell out of me. You know, that truffle called me poor. Security tag or locked up. Right? Yo, no, but here's the, like, it's right underneath. It's the lettuce. Like, what is this? Pesticide, chemical free, non-GMO. What is this? So this is black or white truffles. Fake truffles are widely sold, especially in products like oils, cheese, and pasta, using synthetic flavors like 2,4-diphthophamine to mimic the real thing due to the extreme rarity and cost of actual truffles. With some products even mislabeling cheaper, inferior fungi or Chinese imports as premium varieties, making label reading crucial for customers. Oh, interesting. Yeah, truffles and caviar are the two things I just automatically knew from a very young age that I could not afford. So I don't know anything about them. Yeah, just like caviar, you'd watch like what? Like parents would watch like what was it? One of those soap Dynasty or Falcon something, and they would have all the rich stuff. They'd have the caviar, they'd have all the other weird crap. Okay, why can't you grow truffles? They got to come from somewhere. Cost comes from the labor. You have to go trudging to find truffles. Is that a job? Trudging for truffles? I feel like that's like the name of an indie film, you know, where two people trudging for truffles discover that they love each other, and it ends up being this Criterion Collection 5-star film. The rule of thumb with caviar, the more salt it has, the more low quality it is. Yeah, I've heard it's supposed to be very salty, so I guess people are getting the quote-unquote cheap crap, right? Dynasty with the burned champagne and a cheaper caviar, I guess. They use pigs to root them out. No pun intended. Huh. Truffles require a very specific way to grow. What's that specific way? No, because there's got to be a way to do it. You're telling me with all the technology we have, we still got to rely on Nicolas Cage and his pig to go out and find truffles? Yeah, snuffling for truffles. There you go. That'd be pretty funny. Allegedly salty and fishy. No, I would, depending on what the investment would be, my God, I would love to just try to grow truffles somehow. Alcohol tastes like pesticide to me, so I don't bother with fancy stuff. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of alcohol. It's got this underlying taste that's very bile adjacent to me, so that's why I don't eat it. But I could eat licorice. Don't ask me why. Hold on, I got to do a thing. Damn, that was bothering me. Here it is. There you are, you bastard. There's a weird nail thing happening. You ever get that one little hangnail? The tree has to be healthy and in exactly the right weather for at least 6 months to make a white truffle. Huh. Growing hazel seeds, acidity of soil has to be right. After 2 years for them to mature. What are they, avocados? That's crazy. It's like trying to grow a pear tree. They have truffle dogs too, but I think pigs are more effective. That's kind of weird, right? You figure dogs would be better than pigs in finding anything. You know, give me a truffle dog. Teetotaler, we can't taste alcohol. Yeah, I can't do it. We can't easily grow truffles because they have a complex symbiotic relationship with a specific tree root, like oak, hazel, and need very precise soils, climate, and moisture conditions, making them finicky to cultivate. Go.
According to the growing truffles is challenging because they require specific conditions, including a symbiotic relationship with certain tree roots, suitable soil pH, and a long maturation period of several years
before producing any truffles. Additionally, the cultivation process is complex and not guaranteed to succeed, making it a task for patient growers. Yeah, I am not a patient grower. I thought this was something like it's a fungi. I figure like, oh, maybe I can just get a part of, somebody's lawn and just, grow a... Or I guess that's out of my... If somebody else would have figured it out and the prices wouldn't be $1,200 for Italian white truffles. Fuck, dude. Somebody's going to be like, hey, some rich bro is like, hey, you want to make an Italian white truffle pizza? All right, yeah, let me get some white truffles. We'll get this, we'll get some cheese. And there's somebody out there. That's amazing. Look at this. Look at these prices, dude. Crazy. Here's the other thing, and because what you and Dawn always talk about this, even if we had the money for $1,300 truffles, I wouldn't in good conscience be able to buy that and eat it and be okay with it. I would have to be like, all right, we were willing to do this. Let's put this money towards like a local food bank or something. I could not, even $600. At that point, you're like, well, maybe I'll get a PlayStation. But if I consider it for food, it's weird. I don't know if anybody else brains work that way. You'll spend more on electronics than you will food. Even though the food you actually eat. Electronics, they just kind of, do their thing and die. Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to do this. Absolutely not. I don't know how people can. It's just bizarre. Unbelievable. All right, what else is happening? Yo! Return of the Living Dead remake delayed until November 2026. I am okay with that. Okay? For that money, I'm putting towards electronics. Exactly, right? I need RAM, right? I know, especially I'm starting to work with AI now. All the prices go up. Good job, right? Yo, Return of the Living Dead remake. That is one. Nice. This is cool. Yeah, I'm not paying that much on perishables. Yeah, $5 max, right? Like $5, dude. Yeah, that'll be that thing where we put in the fridge and I completely forget we had it. Oh, we had truffles. Oh, they went bad. Shit. This thing, I am actually looking forward, and it better be good, Return of the Living Dead. Dun, dun. Even though it's delayed, there was apparently footage is screened. People are like, all right. So yeah, this was heard from the insiders that this footage was not only impressive, but quite gory, and that Walsh understood the assignment. It's time to get hyped. See, that's a good thing. Look at that. They said it was good. That's essentially what it means. Oh, please be good. Don't ruin this. But it'll be delayed. Archie meets the Army of Darkness. Just when you thought Archie couldn't get more ridiculous, Archie is now got to go against the Deadites. Look, this is literally the cover of this. All right, here's the thing. Whoever did the artwork, I mean, I feel like this could have been a little bit better. Archie's no Ash. I know. That's the problem. But Betty's always fun, right? Or is that Veronica? Which one's what? I feel like this is Betty, right? I think this is the corpse here. Is that Veronica? She must be real pleased about that. I don't know a lot of Archie lore. That's Veronica. So Veronica's black hair, correct? Betty is blonde. Well, yeah, still, even though she's a corpse. All right, Veronica made it. Hand's getting a little high up there. You know, gotta watch yourself. Yeah, no, that's a thing. All right, the other important thing. All right, look at that. We only got about 23 days until Megadeth's final album comes out. Self-titled. 23 days. Yeah, we're also coming out with an album that day, but who cares? Oh, it's called Glitch in the System. Yeah, but yeah, this is yeah, the last Megadeth album until he decides to tour 5 years later. Let's see, we got what top, because now's the time for all the lists. You know, on the 31st is when I start looking at lists, because the year is actually over. You know, I'm not getting these best of in 2025 when it's like, you know, December 1st. Tornado of Souls. Is it the final album for sure? Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they say. Bloody Disgusting's top video games. Horror video games. Yeah, we'll see. Let's just skip to this. What do we got here? Sharks and Minnows. What the hell is Sharks and Minnows? Zelda developers know the value of good elevator pitch better than most without the luxuries of AAA, blah, 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 blah. Horror is often fertile ground for these high concept ideas. All right, where's the high concept idea? All right. 2020 brought us 2020. You said games of 2025. Come on. All right, Dredge, Crow County. Okay, now 2025 is Swimming with Sharks and Minnows. If you haven't played the latter, it's self-explanatory. Title doesn't beat around the bush. It's what? Sublime elevator pitches, instances that you've been locked in a leisure center overnight, and in order to earn your freedom, you must doggy paddle back and forth across the building's shark-infested pool. Each length that you complete is more daunting than the last. And before you know it, you'll be having to cover Olympian distance contending with choppier and choppier waters. Huh. Yeah, so basically you're stuck in a swimming pool with a shark. I don't know how much sense that makes, but we watched Santa Jaws. So it doesn't really make. There's literally a movie called Santa Jaws. It's not as bad as you think. I was expecting to go into it with a super low budget kind of thing. It's literally a shark with a Santa hat on its fin. And he has like teeth lights. It's bizarre. You should look it up if you want a shark-infested holiday film. Santa Jaws. Yes, I'm not even joking. It could have been worse. All right, that looks all right. So the Sharks and Minnows. All right. What else we got here? The Drifter. Oh, that doesn't look good. What happened there? Point and click adventure game sometimes feels like a thing of a past. Hey, Dawn. The Drifter. Point and click adventure. I need confirmation that they're here. Dawn. Okay. She says things are broken. I got it. Thank you. Things are broken. All right, I'll leave this open for should be allowed to combine manageable numbers of things. So basically, okay, point and click. What the hell is this? System Shock 2. Things are broken. New Year's curse. Yeah, it'll happen. What else we got here? Skate. Do you need help? No, she says. Okay. Let's see. Skate Story. Yeah, I saw this. Basically, you're supposed to eat the moon. I don't know if I care about that. What else we got here? Bye, Sweet Carol. Dawn played this. I remember the animation being good in this. So I think that's on our radar. What else we got here? Chronos. She played that. I'm trying to find something that... Yeah, she played Silent Hill. Oh, there's a thing about Silent Hill. This is not good, though. Claire Obscura. Yeah. Look outside. Dawn also knows about that. And the Midnight Walk. Dawn also knows about. All right. Basically, I'm going through this list to figure out if there's anything. What? Already had Drifter on wish list. Oh, okay. There you go. Knows about that, too. Don knows more about gaming than I do. What about sharks and minnows? Did you know about that? See, if there's a demo, you have to swim across the pool in a leisure center, but there's sharks. Sharks and minnows. All right, what else is there? Bloody Disgusting's what more? Top 15? Oh, God. All right, whatever. Let's look over here. Oh, MTV's dead, chat. MTV's dead. Look, MTV channels are officially shutting down in 2026. Internet killed the video star. It's literally over. Come on, man. What's Kurt Louder going to do? It's the end of an era for MTV as several of its channels are set to go dark as 2026 begins. All the music-focused stations in the United Kingdom, MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, Club MTV, and MTV Live will cease broadcasting at the start of the year. Oh, yeah, in the UK, you got to pay a fee just because television exists, right? I'm hoping that fee goes down now, right? Anyway. Only the Prime UK MTV channel will remain active in the UK as of 2026. The channel will begin focusing entirely on reality television programming, which already accounts for some of the channel's most popular programming with series like Geordie Shore, and Naked Dating UK. UK, I expect better. All right. Okay, here's the thing. As an American, we always, at least I did, I always looked to the UK as the smarter, more educated version of America. You've, as a country, been around longer. You have so much literature and history and all this stuff available to you. We're a 200-year-old country here. You know, we're the kids. We're the new kids. All right. Yeah, I know UK loves trash too, but my version of UK trash was like Benny Hill and Victor Borga, you know, that kind of thing, where it was just like that European humor, which is still funny and sophisticated with a slight bit of raunch, but a touch of class. What happened? What happened? Like Geordie Shore? You have reality shows named after terrible places in the United States. We look to the UK so we get good shows here, like The Office. We had to take your Office because we didn't have Office. Okay? There's a lot of shows that were they started in the UK and America's like, let's do that, but Americanize them. And they're not as good. But, yeah, we tried. All right? We recognized that you had something great and wanted a version ourselves. Okay, you should not be looking to American reality TV like Jersey Shore and say, hey, how about Geordie Shore or Naked Dating UK? Why don't we do that? What is wrong with you? Oh, God. You guys had faulty towers, for the love of God. The closest we got was maybe Married with Children, you know? Good. Sure, no Joyzy. Well, there's a favorite place, sunbathe. Oh, God. Basically, you have to appeal the common denominator, too. Yeah, but okay, and I'll be the naive American that doesn't know anything about the UK. I assumed that the lowest common denominator was essentially a couple of steps up intellectually from the dreck I've had to deal with in the States. Okay? I just assumed. They have a better education system, supposedly. You know? I know you get your people that are a little squiffy and stuff like that, but even I have heard gangs use bigger words than I have in my own vocabulary, you know? And I'm just like, what? Like, what happened? I love Married with Children. Married with Children was good. It was pretty well written. You're comparing John Cleese to Al Bundy. They're both funny. It's just a different type of humor. And that's why I said the closest we got was that. What? They were both cynical. They kind of really didn't like their jobs. And that they have a commonality. Anyway, but I don't know. I always expected better. You know? Come on, man. They had IT Crowd. They had Freaking black books. What did we have recently? Superstore? That was, it's also an easy place to watch music videos, specifically. Okay, basically nobody watches MTV for music videos. In October, when the news first began circulated, former MTV VJ Simone Angel, I don't know, spoke to BBC News and said it was really sad, and I'm a little bit in disbelief. What did you? What, you're in disbelief that music television that hasn't been playing music on their television for the last 20 years at least is now not a thing? Don't mention the war. Yep. Let's see. So I don't know is this affecting the U.S.? MTV launched in the United States in 1981 and changed the way. Yeah, okay, I know history. All right. MTV United States, Europe, British TV offshoots are credited with giving certain up-and-coming stars, blah, blah, blah. MTV music stations are launched, blah, blah, blah. What do you mean by 2026? You're a bit late to the party, blah, blah, blah. Look, they've already closed down. Oh, look at that. Somebody said 12/31/2025. Well, maybe some of them are still running. So I don't know if this applies just to the UK or United States. But I don't know. It's not really a thing. Paramount doesn't know what to do with MTV, sadly. It's not really a surprise. Yeah, but somebody, there's the other MTV. This one said, look, they're crazy not to capitalize off the nostalgia that revamping their old content could create. They used to have a whole award show we cared about, man. People used to watch the MTV Music Awards. That was a freaking thing. Yo, MTV Music Awards, dude. Well, really? Yeah, we got to watch it. Yeah. Go back to showing contemporary music videos nonstop. No, it's just going to be Beyonce over and over again. Nonstop so people could stream it like MTV DJ. We all stuck with streaming now cross-platform with Spotify, etc. Bring back MTV News. I will say I do miss... there used to be certain shows, and like every once in a while they would break in. The VJ would say something about the artist, or they would have that Kurt Louder guy. I don't know what he's doing now. And they would all have a little bit of information about the band. Most people will not look that up now. If you like a band, very rarely do you look it up. You're like, yeah, no, they got that cool song. That's it. That's what you know about them. Sometimes they'd give you some backstories, factoids. They were like the Turner Classic Movies of music back then, but cool. I do like Turner Classic Music movies. So it's just like, I don't know what happened where they just said, you know what? We'll just get rid of all the VJs. We don't need any information about the artists or factoids. We're just going to play music videos. But wait, reality TV. Let's just do reality TV and whatever with music. That's one of the reasons why I think people don't care about music now, is because they don't have that information. Like, look, this is how they made this video. This is how they did this. Blah blah blah. This person went through this, and that's how they wrote that song. It's based on this. Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I find that stuff interesting, and it puts more of importance on the song to you as a listener. But, you know, yeah, Daria was awesome. And even they had cartoons back in the day and stuff like Eon Flux and all that other stuff. The Liquid Television thing that they had. But now it's just kind of like they don't even bother. I've had similar ideas, and it's saying to me that the executives making hundreds of thousands of dollars can't find ways to utilize a lucrative brand. Oh, they will. They'll just throw this on a T-shirt and be retro, and that's it. This is going to be something they just sell on T-shirts now forever. Yeah, MTV, bro. You don't even know what that means. It's kind of weird, right? VH1. Yeah, dude, VH1 was a thing, too. They used to... Is that still around? I don't even know if that's still around, because I haven't had cable in 20 years. Yeah? Probably more. I don't know. Other than the song, I never cared about anything else, not even the artist. Really? I was one of those people that if I liked the song, I always like to know more about the band that made it. I used to love the behind the music thing. Dude, that was crazy. That, and I saw a couple of episodes of when they try to get particular bands back together. Was it like getting the band back together? I saw the one where they, Information Society. And I was like, oh my God, Information Society. I know they tried to get the Smiths back together, but that ain't happening. Morrissey's like, no, I'm not going to play with you. Let's say the people who just get hired to run these companies. Yeah, okay, everybody hates corporate. Yeah, we know that. The thing back in the day, you had to watch the shows or radio to hear songs or buy them. This is true. Now you can just listen to stuff on YouTube, Spotify. Yeah, but you don't get the factoids and stuff. That was the important thing about DJs in general. They always had information stuff, and now people don't even care. It's kind of sad. Yeah, so that's the whole culture is dead. Is essentially what's happening here. I dropped cable a long time ago rather than what dropped us. They were paying too much. Yeah, oh no, dude, absolutely. Cable's way too much. I think the last time we were paying for cable, it was like $80-something a month. And we were just like, what the hell are we even doing with this? And we got rid of it. Yeah. G4 TV was the only way to find out what games existed. Yeah. Foreign games were rare at one point unless you knew someone. Yeah. Dude, G4 TV was absolutely amazing. But, much like MTV, it's like they tried to bring that back the brand. And they had it on Twitch for a while. And the shows it didn't work because it's a completely different medium now. You have to constantly be on anything. You got to do your TikToks. You got to do your short form. You got to do your long form. You got to do live streams, and you have to do all this crap, and it's a lot more work. This era of stuff in early, G4 TV, it's like the information was important because you were the show or the network that was funneling it out there. Now it's like even news organizations like CNN and Fox, they're literally irrelevant because everybody goes to either X or YouTube and watches all these videos about YouTubers and TikTokers exposing more fraud and waste happening in the government than the actual government employees. It's absolutely astounding. And who covers any of this? Nobody. None of the major companies do this, and you're watching this one YouTuber saying, "Yeah, they're over here. There's like hundreds of billions of dollars being laundered," and you're like, "Wait, excuse me? Yeah, here's all the evidence. I did this on a weekend." It's like, what the hell? Investigative report of it? Anyone? About 6 years in March since I set off DirecTV. Lost my channels. DirecTV lost me. There you go. That's also the other thing, bro. You know how many times it would be like cable fighting? And especially if you're in your sports, they hold you motherfucking hostage. It's like, oh, dude, do you like sports? Well, guess what? We're going to have to raise the rates on everything because we're trying to negotiate to make sure every year they threaten some fan of some sports. You might be losing this channel. So you won't watch baseball, football, American football, or whatever.
Now is all about the quick information. Give the product or video in under 1 minute videos or else I am moving on to the next topic.
Well, that's the problem, This is basically a generation that had an attention span. Even a 2-minute song is too long for people, So this is, I don't know, nobody likes to hear it, but it is definitely that this culture is done. It's done. Like, it's, unfortunately, that's it. It's like, I don't know where people are going to carve a spot out for themselves who were in this era. It's very difficult. But, if you adapt the stuff, maybe, but music television isn't going to be a thing. Everyone's just going to, drop their video on YouTube or whatever and keep their fingers crossed that it gets added to a playlist that goes viral or something, or they make a snazzy video that catches on, but nobody cares about the information, what's happening, or anything like that. They really don't. So, but same thing with gaming now. I feel like G4 TV became like what do you call it? X-Play. That show literally became irrelevant because the internet is so saturated with information. Nobody's going to sit there and watch like two people talk about new games coming out. There's a new game coming out every 5 minutes. They can't even keep up, and all they're going to do is cover like the AAAs and maybe an occasional indie and an occasional import. That's quote unquote rare, which is not the case anymore. Again, internet wasn't as prevalent, so it's like all these shows that had all this cool information, it's irrelevant. It's out there. You can just be like, okay, what games are Atlas working on? If you like the developer Atlas. It'll say, oh yeah, here are all the games they're working on. This is everything that's come out in the last couple of years. oh, what about Vanillaware? I liked the, you know, Dragon's Crown. Here's all the other games they came out with. You know, you wouldn't know that back in the day. You know, you'd have to keep your fingers crossed that Adam Sessler or Morgan Webb really had an affinity for the same game developer that you did. You know, but it's, I don't know. It's gone. We salute you, MTV, for when you actually played music. After that, you sucked. And clearly, this is what happens. Ah, poor MTV. What's it? Oh, God, IGN just has all the lists. We are absolutely doomed. We're doomed. Let's see. I will agree with this. Xbox's 2025 was pure chaos. I would one-up that and say Xbox's 2025 was utter shit. The brand is in tatters. The console's on life support, but the gamers, plentiful and good. How? As I say, we've said this before, you know, what, you and Dawn have just been Xbox people since the 360, and they basically lost us. They did it. How long till IGN gets the axe? IGN is surprisingly still relevant. They do all the live stream. They cover all the major events. They have a video walkthrough for just about everything. And I'm not a big fan of them. You know, I don't go sit there and I'm just like, oh, I'm scrolling through IGN all day. I basically look when I do the stream. And then I just catch up that way. But they are relevant. They cover a swath, whether it's indies or AAAs. And it's still, they adapted, you know, they adapted and saw where things were going. You know, G4 did not, neither did XPlay. So, I forgot about Xbox. Yeah, I know, right? They're still a console. Yo, their 2026 better be astounding if they're going to hold on to any of their fans. You know, I mean, they'll sell some games like Fable and stuff like that. Look, because this thing, what was it? Perfect Dark or whatever the hell? That was gone. That got destroyed. Everwild got canceled. It was a Perfect Dark reboot. Let's see, what else got? It all started with Redfall. That was the first thing. A vampire game, which was supposed to be cool. They were like, this game sucks. And that just set the whole ball rolling, and it was a slow decline. And then they all of a sudden raised Game Pass, and it was just like, that was the cliff. That was the cliff they just pushed all their fans off of. Yeah, we're going to double it in price. Like, what? What happened? To be fair, there were other factors work behind these things. Was this console result to AI data center explosion, which Microsoft is an enthusiastic participant? But yeah, because they bought like a whole freaking nuclear reactor to power that. Engage more players, make more money. Microsoft appears to have decided that it doesn't want to achieve either of these goals by selling game consoles. Price hikes, that was the other thing. You know, they kept coming out with these like handhelds. The consoles went up in price. Everything's just been a disaster for them. You know, I mean, Microsoft doesn't care because they make so much money anyway, but my God, I feel bad for gamers. Dawn is entering the building. Yeah, we're gonna be over there. Is Pumpkin Guy gonna show up? All right, we'll get Pumpkin Guy over there. Pumpkin Guy. I like Tech TV better than G4 after merger. G4 was best before merger too. Yeah. I used to love XPlay. That was like fun because Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler were generally enthusiastic about gaming. And that was it was like an honest enthusiasm because you could tell the guy would get like ramped up and he'd be like, oh, yeah, you know, and he'd kind of be like just flustered for words because he was so excited. And I feel like as the years went on, he did not have that sense of excitement about the industry. And I don't blame him for it because the industry, as far as AAAs goes, is utter trash corporate garbage for the most part, at least in my opinion. Sony patented AI-generated video game tutorials this year, and it sounds like a nightmare. Oh my God. Struggling in the PS5 game? Don't worry, a ghost player trained on YouTube and Twitch will help you. I kind of don't even want to know about this, but it's the future, so let's see what happens. Tutorials might well be blah, blah, blah. Okay, I spotted by Boing Boing. Not the name of a club downtown? There's a Sony patent dating back to April that seems to have gone under the radar despite the curious premise. In it, Sony proposes the idea of a ghost assistance where the game sessions connects to an artificial intelligence engine. That engine generates what Sony calls a ghost character who will basically show the player what needs to be done in that specific portion of the game. Cool patent. I don't want that in the game because we're all looking stuff up on YouTube anyway. Can I turn it off? Probably. Probably. We'll see. I don't know. The interactive action by the ghost characters are configured to progress the ghost character along an interactive path of the game, the patent reads. Based on phrasing, it seems that players will need to have a specific mode turned on in order for any of this to be triggered, which theoretically means that you can opt out of seeing random ghosts telling you what to do. You imagine that? I always hate playing a game that has NPCs that are like, hey, maybe we should do that. Hey, you ever think about doing that? Well, what's that over there? Let's look at that. You know, those kind of quote-unquote not so subtle hints. The last thing I need to do is see a ghost over here. Pull this lever like this. You know, oh, for fuck's sake, you know? Well, Dawn, all right, Dawn is live, so I'm gonna be snoozing these ads until we raid them, which is gonna be relatively soon. Let's say, I have no faith in Cage 4, story is absurd, and Disney has their fingers in the pie. Yeah, that'll be a thing. Well, we'll see what Kingdom Hearts 4 does, but know that you're going to be getting AI Ghost helping you out in your game at any moment. Over here, press this button. Good. The quest to make the first great darts video game. Isn't there an AI darts video game that's got to be awesome? There's got to be, like, darts is fun, but there's got to be an AI one that's pretty good, right? What do you mean the quest to make one? Darts is an immersive, popular pub game. It's more fun when you're drunk. Or sports, depending on who you ask. Every year, so they're both, okay, whatever. Okay, darts is big, but not in a video game. These words is often relegated to a mini game such as Final Fantasy VII Remake, where it shows up at 7th Heaven's Bar, and Watch Dogs Legion. That's barely a game. You can play at various pubs around London as a means to recruit civilians. All right. Perhaps the best game. So look, they haven't had it in there. Yeah, this is a mini game, right? I don't think they can make that as like full game. Look. The PDC World Champion Darts 2006. God, that was the last time they came out with one. Press the A button. Don't ask me what that means. Just kid. Oh, God. All right. Well, no, they're trying to make a whatever. Stupid food. I think we already called that, but let's see what last meals we have of the year. All right. Possibly a world's first. Trawler rum and yellow one. Yeah, I feel like that's a waste of rum. I actually like the taste of rum in baking. Like if you make those little rum ball things, oh, those things are amazing. I probably won't drink the shit, but I'll bake all day with it. I got rum to put in ice cream, so that's what I'm gonna try. I'm looking for vanilla maple rum ice cream. I think I could do that. Vanilla maple rum. Gonna do it. All right. Ramen bath bomb. No, I feel like that's just going to clog your pipes. Let's say best way to cook spaghetti, he says. Oh, good. Yeah, spaghetti and meat. Oh, stop messing with the dead things. Good. This guy, oh, God, don't eat that. What is this? Whenever work feels bad, remember this was suggested and approved. Cheese top burger. Okay, essentially what happened is somebody didn't know how to make a cheeseburger and kept putting the cheese on top, and they're like, yeah, let's just go with it. How is this a thing? Hey, what if we put the cheese on top of the bun? Why would we do that? It's more fun that way. You could see the cheese, and this way you know you're getting cheese. Well, they know it's cheese because it's a cheeseburger, but it's better if the cheese is on top of the bun. Look at it. All right, I guess we'll do it. Let's put it on the menu, see what happens. And all of a sudden, an idiotic public is like, wow, cheese on top of the bun. I love this. Oh, God. Is that what? Let's get people going. There we go. Dude, no, I'm bewildered at some of the things that actually get made. Darts a video game, minigame, Yakuza. Yeah. A bunch of pigs. What's going on here? 132-day dry-aged ribeye for our NYE dinner tomorrow. A little moldy there. I feel like it's weird to just age meat out like for 132 days. Unless it's like a Slim Jim, which I don't even know if that constitutes as a meat. It's blue. Cheetos with vanilla ice cream. There we go. Cheetos. I could do this. I can make this. Yo. All right. I'm going to be on stupid food before you know it. All right. There we go. Cheeto ice cream. Hype train incoming, but no, we can't do that now. We got to raid Dawn. No, if cheese, I'd have to make a really cold cheesy thing and see how that works. You know, somebody remind me when we go over to Dawn's things that I have to make the cream cheese ice cream. And we got a hype train going. I said we didn't have time for a hype train, and we did it. I didn't even have time to fix the thing. Hold on, we're gonna snooze it. We got to do the. I guess this is still the bouncy one. Okay. I think everybody woke up.
Hype train bits for Steve.
Hype train, thank you, Icarus. Thank you. I got distracted. It's hard to not. It's right there.
It's weird to think about the fact that a human body is mostly decomposed after 3 weeks and we eat meat that's been hanging in a locker for 6 months.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right?
Last one of the year 2025.
Last one of the year. Now, we should say before ads start rolling, and we are in a hype train. How come oh, that's why. I'm like, why isn't it just registering me? Oh, God, that's happening too. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay, let's forget about the dumb food. Okay, because we are in a hype train and constrained with time. So, everybody here, I want you to have a happy new year. All right. I know 2025 was a dumpster fire for most people. All right. But there's a few hours left. Okay. You can make it good. We're going to be over at Dawn's. We'll drag Pumpkin Guy out of his little shoebox. You know, you play some games, win some games. It could be marbles on stream. Should be fun. You're going to get to see the Everything Bagel ice cream, which we will make probably in an hour from now. And then if Random wants us to open up some packs, we'll open up some packs of Pokemon Halloween cards. But we got let Dawn do her thing. I don't want to encroach on her stuff because that's her domain.
2025 sucked. Here's TP a better 2026.
There you go. You got to be optimistic about it because if you go into it being negative, yeah, no, it's like it could be good, could be bad. Nobody knows.
Happy New Year's, Steve.
Happy New Year.
Have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you next stream.
Yeah. We're going to do that thing. I'll see you next year, guys. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, so, you know, hopefully, you know, this upcoming year will be better. I know the world is in utter chaos. Things are slowly getting fixed while other things are slowly falling apart. As is the world. Why is this light broken back here? I just noticed that. Where's the manager? That light has been off this whole time. All right, whatever. God. I do. All right, cool. See, everyone, Russia, hi. We're wrapping up, but guess what? We're going to be going over to Dawn stream where there's going to be games and stuff galore. And we're going to ring in the new year together. All right? Nah, man, I got treats. I got ice cream. I'm going to make Dawn try the everything bagel ice cream. Make sure you take a picture of it. You very rarely put stuff on socials. This is social worthy, right? Won't get better for the next 3 years. And what? Who knows after that? You don't know. Things could happen. Things could change, you know? You got to be optimistic. Got to be optimistic, right? My mom made lasagna. See? Lasagna, you know? Awesome meal for the end of the year. That's tremendous. Lasagna is awesome. We had eggplant. Oh, dude, eggplant. Oof. But it was a couple of days ago. Plus, we had all those cookies. Which reminds me, I got to eat. Shit. Then you wonder why your blood sugar is always so weird. It's because you keep putting off eating because you're too stupid working. So, yeah, we should do that. See if you're Dawn streams. Yeah, there we go. Exclamation down, which I will put in there. Boop, Dawn. So, yeah, you click on a link, and I'm sending it over there anyway. So if you wanted to dip out early, you can. I don't want to leave a hype train. I wonder if we could do a different hype train. Go.
Lack PLS.
There you go. Thank you. I appreciate. I also got to figure out what's going to be our last thank you hype train one. I don't want it to be too spicy. Yeah. But Dawn is on and going. I know they do their intro thing, and I got to talk to me. You know what? Let me retweet their thing while we're waiting. Oh no, get out of here. All right, that's the last snooze I can do of the year. It's the last snooze. Last ad snooze. I will probably have to take a little bit of a break just for my ears before I end up being on there too long. So we'll see what we can do. Yeah, the ears have not gotten better. So good. I reposted their thing, and then I will repost it on the rest of the socials right after the stream. All right, I got 155. Now you're stuffing yourself with ice cream. Spikes. But there's very little sugar in that ice cream.
Did you
very
get
little.
to try the headset yet?
Did who to what to what? Did you get to try the headset yet? Yeah, it's fine. But the new headset you got for Dawn. Well, we sent back the old piece of crap, which I was abysmally upset about. Yeah. Here's the thing. I do, out of the box, if it does not sound good, I am going to drop kick it back to whence it came. Okay? And even with my oversensitive hearing, I could tell within seconds of putting on these things, like, these are good. That's it. There's one song that I literally test all my headphones with. It's Future Starts Slow by The Kills. The introduction drums that happen and the environment that it creates when you have a good headphones, at least to my ears, because I know the song very well, it will automatically tell me whether there's too much bass, if things are leveled properly, if it's giving enough room for that initial part, and as soon as the guitar comes in, it's something I know very well, and I know how it's supposed to sound in the sound stage. So I can listen to it and just be like, okay, this sucks. Like, I'll be able to, a couple of drum beats, I'll be able to tell whether the headphones are good. That's what happened with the last pair we sent back. I was like, I was like, no, this is garbage. I tried the other ones. I'm like, this is good. It's good. Keep it. That's it. All right, 15 seconds. Then we're going to be heading over to Dawn's. Let me start that up. Raid Dawn of Tab BC. All right, hype train. Come on. All right, and boom. Made it. Got at least to level 4. The last hype train of 2025. I appreciate it. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's still bouncy. Hydrate, chat. Hydrate. Made me a little thirsty. All right. Let's raid Dawn. Everybody, again, if you are doing something this evening outside of your dwelling, stay off the roads. If you do have to go out and mingle with people, take a cab if you're going to drink a lot. Each one of you are more valuable than becoming roadkill for idiots, okay? So if you're going to drink and have a good time, make sure you survive it, okay? It's important. So, and if you're going to stay home, good, because you could pass out on the couch. Nothing goes wrong. There you go. All right. Let's go raid Dawn. Again, thank you. We're going to try to make it through 2026, which would technically be 25 years of Foamy. Did we do anything for that? I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do with that. We didn't do much for 20, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's go raid Dawn. Everybody, Happy New Year. I'll see you over there. And if not, be safe. Be safe. Enjoy the new year. Be optimistic. You know? Be optimistic. That's it. I need something to eat or I'm going to pass out. I've been drinking coffee all day. All right, let's go.